Hey guys, it's Following Lucha. We are the lore keepers of Lucha Underground. I am JC. I am joined by...
What up? It's Steven. Whoa.
The main attraction, some would say.
Whoa.
Steven,
What up?
how excited are you to recap Season 1, Episode 28 of Lucha Underground?
I watched it. I enjoyed it. I disliked it.
Oh.
Both of those.
Well, you're a complex guy, you know. You can have layered emotions and feelings.
Mixed
about
emotions. I'm not very black and white, you know. I might have some gray in there.
Yeah, no, you have a lot of gray areas, Steven. You have a lot of gray area. But aside from just the recap of Lucha Underground, we will also be doing our current events. We'll be doing our week of from when the episode of Lucha Underground aired. It's an exciting time. Keep in mind, we are not a wrestling podcast. If you're here for wrestling content, turn away. Go. We don't
go
want
to a different
you here.
podcast, like the What Culture ones.
You can go there, or you can simply go to hell. Steven, are
What's
you
up?
ready to recap Season 1, Episode 28, called Chutes and Ladders? And so you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, it's like the board game, Chutes and Ladders, you know? Like a slide, a C-H-U-T-E.
Good pun, yeah.
You'd be mistaken, because the creators of Lucha Underground, this Chris DeJoseph fella, Steven, he's so clever. He spelled it S-H-O-O-T-S, as in a gun, shooting. So,
maybe someone's gonna bring a gun to the temple today, man, you know?
I think, imagine that. So, like, someone in a ladder match, and to keep people like away from climbing up, they simply brought a gun with them to the top of the ladder. That'd be sick as hell. That's the ideal strat.
Yeah. Kill them.
Simply.
Well, you don't have to kill them. You can just like injure them, you know.
I guess so. But okay. So in reality, the reference is obviously to a shoot fight. But Steven, I don't want to spoil or get too far ahead into the episode. But where in this entire 45-minute program was there a shoot fight? If you don't mind me asking.
A shoot fight? Well, there was one shoot fighter. I don't know who that shoot fighter was.
Who?
I don't know. We'll have to find out in the episode, man.
Marty the Moth? What are you talking about?
Maybe he was the real shoot fighter, man.
Maybe he was. Well, this episode aired on May 20th of 2015, and as always, the episode starts with a recap of all that's been happening previously in Lucha Underground. So we get a little reminder that Dario Cueto was approached by Marty the Moth Martinez a few weeks ago, this weird fan outside the temple who's like, I'm Aztec, I want to fight. Dario's like, no, go away. Marty showed up anyways, and then tonight he officially got a match, so that's exciting.
So is he like an employee now, or is he like a contracted like worker independently?
I feel like he works for the experience, you know, paid in experience.
For free.
That would be it. That would be it.
Was it handshakes and hot dogs?
Those are...
Does he even get those?
No.
You know, we don't know.
No one respects him. He's not getting any handshakes. Maybe he's getting the scraps of the hot dogs, potentially.
Oh, from like the trash bin, right?
Mm-hmm. Or people might be shaking his hand thinking he's like a cameraman. You know, I could see that happening. But, yeah, also on the recap.
Those things, do people like at shows like try to distract the cameraman? I feel like that'd be a really dick move, you know?
Distract the cameraman?
Yeah, just like, you know how like people shout at wrestlers when they're like laying on the ground? Do they do that for like the cameraman?
Maybe.
You know, it's like, hey cameraman, your ass is nice, bro.
Yo.
Like, does the cameraman like turn around, or like do they just like, oh, fuck, I gotta keep focus on this
They
match.
probably just internalize the really nice compliment while staying focused on their job at hand, Steven. Yeah.
That's nice. It's heavy cameras, you know? Very heavy cameras.
Also, isn't there like no way they hear the fans because like they're screaming in their headsets the entire night? You know?
Are they?
I think so.
Do they still scream the headsets on? Because like I thought Vince was gone.
I think Kevin Dunn is still there. I mean, I believe it or not, have never worked for WWE Productions, Steven. I don't quite know how it works.
I'm not a production man either, dude. You know.
The rumors are we got some voices in our head. You know, those are the rumors.
I'm like every wrestling fan. I pretend to know what happens.
Let's go. Well, but we're journalists though, so we're a little bit more reliable than the average wrestling fan. Yeah.
What's our source?
I wouldn't even. Well,
Twitter.
We're journalists. We don't disclose our sources. You know.
Twitter.
That would be irresponsible. Irresponsible, Steven. But no, I wouldn't consider myself a wrestling fan. I would say I'm just a journalist at the end of the day.
You do it for the money?
I do. It's a very fruitful enterprise, Steven. Next in the recap, we have a reminder that the #1 contender to Prince Puma's Lucha Underground title is Hernandez. Hernandez turned on Puma last week during their tag match where they were teaming together. Things are getting hot there. We have a reminder that Sean Daivari, Delavar Daivari, is a rich boy in the temple, and he won his first match against Tejano via disqualification.
Oh.
And then a final little bit of the recap. This was a long recap, Steven. That Cuck Angle, our trio's champions, are going to be fighting the Crew tonight. And if the Crew loses, they're going to disappoint Dario. And if they disappoint Dario, they have to answer to Dario's brother. Maybe.
They're going to get killed.
Maybe. We don't know. We don't know, Steven. But that is the recap. And then we enter the temple. We see Matt Striker and Vampiro starting off the episode as always. And Steven, when you work in TV, maybe I've never worked for WWE production, but I've worked for television productions before. And one of the big no-nos is you're not supposed to wear solid white. Okay, what I'm doing right now is not ideal for television.
Is it just because like of the camera lighting and stuff like that?
Yeah, it fucks up the lighting, you know? And it becomes like almost fluorescent and weird and hard to look at.
I know shiny red is apparently really bad for cameras too.
Yeah.
According to Michael Bay at least.
I see. Well, Steven, well, as we started off this episode of Lucha Underground, Vampiro is dressed head to toe in pure white. Okay,
like just Seth Rollins, you know,
so
Power
bright.
Ranger.
It is quite like Seth Rollins, but the thing is, Seth is supposed to be making himself like the center of attention. Seth is supposed to be drawing attention to himself. Vampiro, I don't think that was his intention.
He wanted the attention.
Yeah,
he knew. He's a TV guy.
By the way, last week, I know I mentioned to you that one moment at AAA Mania where Vampiro just shitted himself on TV. I sent you the video yesterday. Did you get to watch it?
It's nice. It's a really loud, wet one, you know?
It is. And then he does not address it. It gets silent, and then Matt goes back to the action.
It's so quiet. Because he toots, right? It's like this big, wet, tooting noise. And then it's just dead air.
It's so poorly timed. It's so sad.
Like they could just edit it out, you know, like him farting.
Vampiro was never meant to be on television, Steven. I don't know how it happened. I have to be honest.
He's a good tutor, though.
He is quite talented. Our first match of the night is Marty the Moth getting that first match of his in the temple. And I'm like, oh, cool, okay, Marty's going to be fighting. This is awesome. Who's his opponent going to be? Drago? Aerostar? Well, probably not Drago. He's not allowed here anymore. But is it going to be like Aerostar or something? It's Prince Puma. It's the world champion. I know.
Whoa, maybe. I think the booking on this match was Dario's like, hey, Moth dude, you're kind of annoying. I'm going to just feed you to my strongest warrior in the company.
That makes sense. He calls them all warriors.
Yeah. Does he not? What does he call them? Are they fighters?
I don't know what he calls them. Maybe he does call them warriors. I don't know. That's way cooler than Superstar, you know? Imagine if they were the AEW Warriors. That'd be sick.
AEW Warriors. That's what the W stands for, Warrior.
All Elite Warriors? That sounds horrible. I don't like that.
All Elite Warriors. That sounds awesome, dude.
No, it really doesn't.
I'll be happy about that. Why?
Well, I don't know. I just don't think it's
all elite
right.
And they're warriors.
Something else I don't think is right, Steven, is that when Marty the Moth is making his entrance, Melissa Santos is announcing him, and he is on top of that lady, okay? Like, his front to her back and flapping his little wings like a moth, okay? It's crazy.
Sniffing her hair, too.
This is true.
Insane.
This is true. She is clearly uncomfortable, and rightfully so. And also, too, what are we doing? This is the third wrestler in Lucha Underground getting rewarded for running in just during a match. The third fan, you know? We had Bale, we had, was Delavar the other? Yeah, Delavar Daivari, and now we got Marty the Moth. Dario has no idea how to introduce characters to his temple aside from this, Steven. It's really sad.
They just run in. They all just run in.
But good.
And that's what AEW does, you know.
I mean, well, they don't pretend to be fans, you know. They don't pretend to be fans. This is the hillbilly gym strategy, okay? The creators of Lucha Underground watched wrestling specifically in the late 80s and then never again, okay? This is what happened. But Steven, this is what I assume is supposed to be a tune-up match for Puma before his world title match against Hernandez.
I see.
which might be next week. I don't really know. And Marty the Moth is just so happy to be there. He's clapping for Puma when he comes out. It's so exciting. And then also too, Steven, at this point they cut to the crowd and they show that guy who's in like the music industry again that they showed last week.
Metallica guy.
Well,
Metallica
okay, last
guy.
week I was like, oh, there was a guy from Metallica in the crowd, and you were like, no, JC, he's just sleeping with sirens. That's what you said.
That's the guy too. There's two of the guys.
Yeah, but I said to you, Steven, no, I think there was someone from Metallica, and you were like, no, I know the band. So
No,
I just want to
I know the band Metallica, dude. Okay.
You don't know Metallica, Steven. You don't know at
Yeah.
all. And
Name
you
two
tried gaslighting
Metallica
me.
songs.
Highway to Hell and Bad
Highway
Blood.
to Heaven.
Oh shoot. No, you're right.
But no, there was a Sleeping Sirens guy last time. They said that.
I think it's the same person.
Oh, maybe it is the same guy. I don't know.
I think so.
I don't listen
Either
to
way.
Dad Rock, you know?
I guess not. I'm sorry about that.
Do
What
you
is
listen to
up
Dad
with
Rock?
No. What is up with
Yeah.
AEW hiring so many musicians, Steven? Okay, I was
do you
just
mean?
thinking about it. Well, because there's Andy Williams, right? And Every Time I Die. There's Brody King and God's Hate. There's Swerve, who does his own music, you know? I feel like we got so many musicians. I feel like there's probably like one or two I'm missing also. But like...
They also, like, for some reason, keep, like, licensing music, which gets really expensive.
You say for some reason. I think it adds a lot, you know?
For the game's gonna really suck to keep up those contracts.
That is pretty tough.
Yeah.
Well, Steven, listen, this match is beautiful because Marty the Moth is just obsessed with Puma. He's hugging and kissing him at the beginning. It's really lovely. And then it's like honestly a very back and forth match for like what is theoretically a scrub versus the world champion.
What do you mean?
I mean, like
What do you
Marty
mean,
gets
dude?
a lot of offense, you know?
Talking about Moth, the greatest Aztecian bloodline ever.
Okay, Matt Stryker does say that Marty the Moth claims to have Aztec blood, but they can't confirm it. But like,
No. He's never done 24 in me.
Yeah, exactly. 23andMe, but close.
Is it 23andMe?
It's
I don't use those.
23andMe.
Apparently, like, if you use them, you're Asian. You just get, like, one result. It's, like, sick.
What do you mean?
Apparently,
like,
if you're,
show
like...
you the continent of Asia?
Yeah, I think that's... Like, I think it just tells you are this race, and that's it. I'm like, okay. I spent, like, $50 on this test. That's sick.
But, like, also, you already know, like, aren't you... Are you not, like, 100% Vietnamese?
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
Oh,
You just get
okay.
that one answer, yeah.
Well, yeah,
You're
it's not
getting
like 'cause it's wrong. It's just that's your
Yeah,
bloodline.
it's just a boring bloodline, you know?
I guess
boring.
so. I guess so.
I'm not, like, you know, Irish, every
The
European
most
race
exciting
ever.
bloodline.
Yeah.
You know? Well, Steven. Yeah, the match is back and forth. We can't confirm Marty is Aztec. And Puma eventually, after a tiny bit of back and forth for like 5 minutes, just like wins, essentially. He hits a 630, coward, and then he pins Marty the Moth.
Pretty sick.
And then Hernandez
Pretty close match for
comes
some
out.
reason.
It was very close, but Hernandez comes out afterwards, Steven, the number one contender, and he's at the top of the temple, upon the top of the stairs, and he's looking down at the ring. And then Konnan, who was ringside for the entire match, of course, in Puma's corner, gets on the microphone and he says, "Hernandez, I thought you were my boy, but it turns out you're just a sorry son of a bitch."
Oh, the crowd goes,
Yo.
oh, he said the B word. That's
Not the
crazy.
B
I've
word.
never
Look
heard
at
of that
man.
word.
Oh my god, and surely Hernandez isn't going to take that kind of talk, Steven. And
No,
then,
no.
Then Konnan continues. He continues on his tirade. He says, "Hernandez, you make lambs look dangerous."
Oh, bro, this guy's spitting fire, dude. Oh my
Yo, what
god,
kind
it's like
of
a
line
dragon.
is that? That is a fucked up line, okay? That would hurt. If
Yo.
someone said that to me, I would cry, I think. You know?
Yo, this is awesome, dude.
Like, if I put
promo.
all that work into my physique, I am a god of this shit, like Hernandez is, and then someone calls me a lamb, how am I supposed to respond? How do I come back from that?
I may be a lamb, but you're just a shepherd.
No,
you
that's a
walk away or
compliment to
something.
Konnan. That's saying he's in control. He's able to manipulate everyone. I don't think you understand.
You're just grass, and I will eat you.
I might be a lamb, but I'm gonna put you out the pasture. You could say that.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'll put you to sleep with 3 counts of myself.
What? From
you count-
WCW?
No, because you count cheap.
We like
you count
Backstreet Boys and
No, because
NSYNC
you
too?
count cheap. That's why.
Britney Spears is kind of cute.
She is, you know.
I mean, she
Crazy.
is.
Kinda.
Did you watch
Only
TRL
kinda.
on TV?
No.
Did you? No.
No.
Hey, man, that's so sad.
You know what's crazy though about this match or about this entire
What?
episode?
Yeah.
I watched it at 1.50 speed. Dude, it's crazy. I think it's like legit the best way to watch wrestling. It's at 1.5 speed.
You know what? I found an even better way to watch it. 1.75 speed. That's
Oh my
where I would
gosh.
find it
Because like
myself.
there's no rest spots, you know? It just goes. It's awesome,
Yeah,
dude.
It is.
Like, it's
and then
sick.
also your ears become accustomed to like getting
Fast
everything,
travel.
You know? Yeah. So like before I used to be so confused, like what the fuck is Matt Striker saying? But now my ears know. They are so ready to listen
He's
to Matt
spitting
Striker.
out facts, dude. It's awesome. And it's crazy. Like I can watch like a Kenny Omega match, you know, in like 30 minutes and be like just as satisfied, man.
I know.
It's
I know,
insane.
it's so insane. And then finally, Konnan ends the segment by saying, Hernandez, why don't you get down here and fight Puma for the title right now? And then Hernandez is like, yeah, I'll do that. He starts walking down the stairs and is like, nah, never mind. On
Yeah,
my
what an
time is when
idiot.
we're going to fight. Yeah.
Like
who's
literally,
the
you had the
idiot?
advantage, you know. Hernandez had the
you mean-
advantage because Puma just had
Marty
like a
just-
grueling match with the Mothman.
That's fair. But no, Hernandez is like, we're going to fight when I'm ready. And then he walks away. And thus
We'll never
ends
know
the
when they'll
segment.
fight. Maybe they'll never fight, you know.
Maybe that lamb line is really going to affect him. He'll never wrestle again. He's too
Yeah?
insecure now. I understand it. Well, next up, Steven, we have an interview. This is peak Lucha Underground when we get these interviews. It is Vampiro backstage this week with Johnny Mundo. We know these two don't get along. Vampiro clearly doesn't like Johnny Mundo, but he is the fakest man in this sport. Vampiro, okay? He just
He's
lies
just an
to
interviewer.
everyone's face. Yeah, I mean, but like when he's on commentary, he talks shit about all these people so bad, you know?
Yeah, but he's interviewing him, you know. He's got to keep face with the people he's interviewing. You
guess.
don't want to be like biased or look
Well,
biased at least.
He is biased.
And that's
he starts
true.
off the interview with Johnny Mundo by saying,
look-
Bro, I got one question that's on everyone's mind. Why did you smash Alberto El Patron's face through Dario's office last week? You made him bleed, brother.
Yeah, you made
And
him
then-
bleed, dude. It's fucked up.
did.
Why would
He
you do
did.
that?
And Johnny Mundo responds and he says, You know the reason why I did that? It's because no one here is as good as I am.
True. No.
And then Vampiro very rightly says, Johnny Mundo, I think you're avoiding my question. Which I didn't expect Vamp to go with. I thought Vamp would just get tricked, get bamboozled, and just go along with it, you know?
Yeah.
And then Johnny says, okay, I'll answer your question. I did it to make a statement. And then Vamp's like, okay, I'm done with this. He's really pissed off that Johnny's not answering his questions, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like making a statement is kind of answering the question, right? Kind
I don't
of?
know, man. I'm not an interviewer, man. I didn't go to journalism school.
I
you
guess
know?
not. I guess we're a little upset that we don't know what kind of statement Johnny Mundo is making. So maybe
Maybe
the
he's trying to say,
frustration-
what I think he's trying to say is, I am the best guy here, and I am mad that Alberto thinks he's the best.
But that's what he should say. He's not saying
Yeah.
it. Vampiro has a small little brain in there, Steven, and that small little brain has been beaten up so many times over the years.
It's true,
you
all
know?
those death matches, you know?
Exactly, that post-concussive syndrome, it's tough. It takes
Mm-hmm.
a toll on you. And so he doesn't understand that these messages are layered, okay? That there's this gray area. And so Vampiro is frustrated. He's about to leave the interview. And he says, hold on, Johnny. Before I go, don't you think that maybe you're just jealous and bitter that Alberto El Patron came into this company when you were already here and he stole your spotlight? And
Wow.
then he says, are you jealous, Johnny? And then Johnny responds and he says, Alberto is overconfident, overplayed, and overrated. Maybe he thought I was just some dude in catering he could slap around.
Is there even catering for this company?
Ain't no way. But it was a reference,
Right?
Steven.
They have to be eating like Doritos from like the vending machine or something.
Yeah. Who
know?
do you think stocks the vending machine in the empty warehouse, Steven? You know, I don't...
One of the workers of the warehouse.
Maybe. But listen, did you get the reference, Steven? Did you get
I got that reference, dude. Catering.
Because
Like the Good
Alberto-
Brothers, because they eat catering. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I mean,
It's 'cause of-
If I were to think of
What do you
catering,
mean?
I would have thought of JTG first before the Good Brothers. But Good Brothers also good pick. But
Zack
I'm
Ryder.
almost
Oh my gosh.
I'm almost convinced
Crazy.
you don't know what the reference is now.
Is it for the one guy in catering that Berto like punched or whatever?
There you go. The one that he slapped
Yeah.
because they were being racist. That's right. That's right.
Were they being racist? We'll never know.
I think so. I'm pretty certain. Like it
Probably
was
were
confirmed.
racist.
Yeah.
Was he fired? Or was it just like
Oh, Alberto was. Yeah.
like
the
how
victim of the hate crime.
like how Bert's like defending his pride and nationality, right?
I know.
Against this racist worker, and then he gets fired, and I don't know if he gets fined or not.
Who knows? Who knows, Steven? But Johnny says, I've been here since day one in Lucha Underground, and that's because I wanted to be, not because I didn't have anywhere else to go. Which is like...
He wanted to be there.
You did. This is like a killer promo from Johnny, you know? I really like it. Johnny Mundo was
GCW
not
promo
known
right
for
there.
his promo ability before, you know? Like in
You know,
20...
GCW, it's like that. It's like I didn't choose to be here. I wanted to be here. You know.
But listen, in 2015 for Johnny Mundo, that was true. He chose to leave WWE. He could have gone back if he wanted to, you know? But he was like, no, I want to do this.
I thought he was gonna retire. I think he wanted to retire.
Was for like 4 or 5 years, you know?
Yeah.
He was gone for forever, like from 2012 to 2015. That's 3 years, I guess, not 5, but still.
Dang, that's such a big break.
I know. And then he says, I don't care who the hell Alberto is. I'm the biggest star here, and this is my world. But you already knew that. So,
Wow.
that is the interview with Vampiro.
What a
Steven,
sick interview, Holmes.
What are your thoughts?
Wow. I didn't get any lore from this, you know?
I mean,
Like,
the
lore-wise,
is
it was pretty bottom tier lore. I already knew everything.
Slipping into being a bad guy. That's maybe the lore here. Is that
He's
Johnny
a
is
bad man.
he's developing more of a chip on his shoulder. But I think personally,
Yeah.
and I don't know what this says about me, but I think Johnny is maybe the good guy here. You know?
You think?
I think because Alberto was just a bully to him backstage.
Why would
Now
the
Johnny's
wife
just
beater not
responding.
be the good guy? What are you
You know
talking
what?
about?
You bring up a good point.
What are you talking about here, man?
Well, next up, Steven, we got Dario Cueto, okay?
Okay.
And he is doing a little bit of storytelling. You know, he is doing a bit of storytelling to the crew, actually. He's sitting down with them in his office, and he says, Crew, bail, Mr. Cisco Cortez Castro. To appease the gods, the ancient Aztecs, they would stand atop the pyramids and sacrifice the hearts of their victims to the gods before throwing their heartless corpses down the stairs of the temple.
They would
And he
murder
says-
them, dude.
They would with their bare hand. The sad shit is that was real. You know, like that's not like a made up lore. That's like real Aztec
I learned that
lore.
in school too. It's crazy. You know, I took
Messed
like
up.
a U.S. history class. I learned that.
That's my
I
favorite
don't know what that do with U.S.
history.
history.
Yeah,
right.
Uh-huh.
Like, what does that do with U.S. history? What?
They're just preparing for the future, Steven. We'll have South America eventually, you know?
Mm,
and so
eventually, we'll get them.
Also, I think Mexico's in North America, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But he says, tonight, crew, you guys will climb the ladder, and you will win the Lucha Underground Trios titles. And you will make a sacrifice to the gods in that of Havoc, Ivalice, and Angelico. So
This is where the shoot comes from in the title. They're gonna bring guns and they're gonna sacrifice the other
Holy
team by shooting
fuck.
them.
Wow,
know?
that's crazy. And so, yeah, there is going to be a ladder match. This was confirmed last week between Cuck Angle and the crew. It's for those titles. It is the crew's second opportunity at those titles. And he says to the crew, does Dario, if you three fail, I have no problem finding someone who's willing to sacrifice you.
Oh, who could it be?
Steven, I don't like the implications here for the crew. I have faith in my boys. I know they're going to win in this main event.
They can kill them off, right? They
I'm
can just
worried.
murder them.
I'm worried. Well, think of the implications. Remember those little skeleton men from last week? We do know that one of them is
Was that
Cortez.
foreshadowing?
So,
Were the skeleton men
to say?
foreshadowing, or is
Who
just
is
they
to
just
say?
ran out of people to use for costumes?
who is to say,
Who
Steven?
kno-
I
who
just
knows,
didn't want
man?
to pay someone twice. I know. Well, Steven, next up.
We'll give you a handshake and 2 hot dogs, all right, man?
Yo.
That's what you'll get.
We have a rematch between Delavar Davari, the rich boy, and Tejano, the southern boy, okay? And Matt Stryker explains that Delavar Davari was a trust fund baby, okay? He lives off his dad's wealth now. And he's here in
Oh.
Lucha Underground because he wants to have fun fighting people, you know? And
Do you have any stories of
Tejano-
trust fund babies?
Mhm.
Do you know one? Do you know any?
Do I know any trust fund babies? Steven, do you know where we went to school? In high school, half our
Dude.
classmates were trust fund babies.
Dude, I know this one girl, right? She lives in New York. I don't know what the fuck she does. She just lives there, like in a really
yeah.
like nice apartment. It's like, what do you do?
Like, who
Like
went
you
to school with
graduated
us?
high school, and then you're just in New York City now, and like you're living in a really nice apartment that's like really big.
This is badass. Good for
What's
them.
your job?
I mean, if I were given that opportunity, I would simply take it as well. You know,
I mean, I would too. I wouldn't be mad if I was a trust fund baby, to be honest.
I'd probably
you know?
feel a lot of guilt, but I wouldn't be mad. You know,
I'd be pretty
a lot
happy.
of guilt,
I
but
feel
no
like.
madness, no madness. Delavar Davari has no guilt. Okay, he is just unabashed in his wealth. And Tejano, on the other hand, is a self-made man. You know, he grew up in Texas.
Fuck nowhere, California.
Oh, but are you sure?
Maybe Texas. It's probably
Tejano
Texas.
implies he is a Texas
You know,
native.
we'll look it up. We'll look it up. Tejano.
Okay, good.
Is it
good.
it's TEX, right?
Yeah, Tejano Jr.
Junior.
Let's see.
Let's see. Oh, he's in Mexico. We're
What the fuck?
both wrong. Yeah.
Poser. He's
Yeah,
just,
we're fucking-
he's simply claiming this Texan heritage.
What the fuck?
Fuck him.
Does he even know what the Alamo is? Like, huh?
What a loser. He doesn't even
Bruh.
remember, Steven. He does. He probably doesn't want to remember. It was not a good show. It was there was just so much racism involved.
The Alamo
okay?
was not a good show, man.
No,
You
it really wasn't. Also, like, just the Mexicans, Santa Anna's army should have demolished the Alamo defenders, and they got fucked. Okay, they won, of course, the Mexican army.
But at what cost, you know?
Well, yeah, they were incompetent. It sounds like thousands died to the 200 people in the Alamo. It
Yeah,
was not-
that's like what, one body per like 5 or something like that? That's crazy, dude.
It's insane.
Dang.
Shouts out to William B. Travis for getting his head blown off 2 seconds into the fight. Miss him
Who
every day.
is that?
He was the commander of the Alamo. He was the one leading
How did they
everyone.
record that? Is it just like, fuck, I just died, dude, like 2 seconds? What the fuck?
Yeah. It was like all the
Write
accounts
this
from like
down.
the diaries of the Mexican soldiers. Like they cross-referenced all them. And yeah, William B. Travis had a bullet enter his brain like in the very beginning. Cause
Is
he
he
was
like
just,
a Mexican soldier or like a Texan soldier?
he was the leader for Texas.
Oh, like he was the one leading like the entire battle.
Leader. Yeah.
He
like,
got fucked.
Davy Crockett was like under his command, you know? Yeah.
What happened? What happened to like under his like arms? Like shit. Oh, we were kind of
Remember
fucked,
the
guys.
Alamo, man. Simply remember the Alamo, you know? They knew they were
kinda-
fucked beforehand. They knew they were
Yeah.
fucked, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is unimportant. What's important is Delavar Davari versus Tejano, the modern day Alamo, Steven, because Big Rick just appears midway through the match. He's been gone for
my
a few
boy.
weeks. And
Isn't it-
he's been
Is there-
backstage.
It was backstage, dude. It was on those vignettes.
Counting his money. And he fucks up Tejano. Okay?
We find out who's giving him money.
Well, Matt Stryker says, we are both aware that Big Rick only fights for money, and Delavar Davari seems to have plenty of it. So, implication
Because, you know,
being,
wrestlers, if you wrestle for money, fuck you.
fuck you, you're a capitalist pig,
For the
Big
art,
Rick. Yeah.
bitch.
Bitch. You're so right. Well, then there's a double team on Tejano afterwards from Big Rick and Davari, which rest in peace to babyface Big Rick. I thought he was coming into his own as a good guy with all this sexy star teaming, with all this beating up the crew. But fuck
No,
that.
he's doing it for the money, dude. All
I thought
about
he
the
could have been
money.
such a good protagonist, you know? Like, Big Rick good guy could have been so fun, you know?
Yeah, just beating up all these jobbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead,
I don't think big men work as like faces as much, do they? I feel like they're always heels. Like big
I mean,
men.
but they can work in a company where there are monster men and dragons and spacemen and dead men, you know?
That's true. But
Or,
like
like,
Great
just-
Phoenix is like half his size.
But also immortal. So,
Oh, I guess that's fair. I mean, you can still be immortal and still get like the shit beat out of you, you know?
I guess so. But, like, at the end of the day, I'd still prefer the immortality.
Maybe he'll win like the nutrition, you know? Like aspect of it where he just lasts forever.
Like, he will just treat his body like a temple and live
Yeah,
a long
like
time.
like stamina wise he'll probably beat Big Rick, right? I assume. If
Maybe
he just
so.
never dies.
Maybe, Steven. But afterwards, yeah, there's a DQ victory announced. Tejano is the winner, but that's because he was beat up and the match was thrown out. Next up, Steven, we see Dario Cueto peeking through the blinds of his office, okay? the window that was not smashed by Alberto's head last week. And then he's tapped on the shoulder, and Dario turns around, and no one's there, you know? And it's like, what's going on?
What?
And then Dario sits down. He's kind of spooked. And then a hand caresses his shoulder. And
no,
then...
it pokes him in the back of the neck first. He was watching the match, and the hand pokes his neck. He's like, "What the heck? Who's poking my neck? I don't like that."
I already
and he
said
goes
that.
to his chair. Yeah.
He wasn't poked in the neck. He was tapped on the shoulder.
No, he was poked on the neck. It was the neck.
I don't think he
the
was.
Nape. The nape of the neck.
God. Either way, eventually his shoulder is caressed, and like they grab his key. Okay, this hand that appears, and then you hear the voice, the familiar voice, Steven. It says, "You knew the moment you let him in your temple, he couldn't be stopped. If it's a sacrifice you want, Mil Muertes will deliver." Steven, it's Katrina. She's teleporting all over the place, okay?
Oh my gosh. Stroking him too was crazy.
She is. And then Dario's like, Mil Muertes is coming back? I mean, he has no clue, man. He has not been watching his own
He still
product.
works here?
Yeah. Fuck, damn it.
It's like Mufasa Ali coming back. Like Mustafa, right? When he came back, the Miz like, "You still work here, dude?"
They were so relieved they'd finally freed up like another paycheck. Dario had more money in his pocket. Now it's fucked up, man. This is so sad. And then Dario says, he wants a match with Rey Fenix, right? What do you have in mind? He asks Katrina, who is teleporting all over the place. And Katrina says, Mil, he wants a death match. And then she disappears.
Oh. They already have that?
No, they had a grave consequences match. You fool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that
in
makes
this match,
sense.
they're going to use barbed wire and light tubes and doors, you know?
Wow. Why is
Yeah.
doors like a thing for death matches, by the way?
Because they're cheaper than tables. This is confirmed by the owner of GCW, so...
Like, I love that's a thing. Like, oh shit, death matches? What's deadly? Barbed wires, light tubes, right? They're pretty deadly. Doors. Now that's...
Doors without doorknobs, mind you. Or hinges. just the door part, you know?
Just whatever you can get at Home Depot, man.
Precisely. And so, yeah, we're going to have a death match with Phoenix and Mil at some point, and I'm excited about it. I will watch those two fight. I enjoy those two fighting. And Steven, next up, we have a very lore-heavy segment. We have Black Lotus, the woman who was captured by the Cum Man, who is currently training to take down Dario Cueto's brother, who is locked in a cage because he killed her parents, of course. She is roaming the streets. She's roaming the train tracks at night. And you hear her talking, and she says, I don't know where in the world we are, but I know exactly where I must go. I appreciate all you've done for me, but I'm ready to fulfill my destiny, to kill the brother of Dario Cueto.
Oh!
And then you cut to a scene.
Is that where the shoot comes from?
Maybe this is the shoot. They cut to a scene. It's the Cum Man, Dragon Azteca, and he's reading a note. The voice we heard is the note that she left for Dragon Azteca as she just up and left in the middle of the night, Steven, okay? And this is so sad. The Cum Man wants to protect her. She's not ready to go fight Dario's brother quite yet, to go kill him. And then you hear another voice in the background, Steven. And the voice says, if you don't want her to die, you're gonna need my help. And I think to myself,
who could help?
That is not the Cum Man talking. Is that the voice that I think it is?
The voice of the voiceless?
The voice of the voiceless.
Holy
Steven.
Shit.
Ooh, Chavo. His music hits, Steven. The horns start playing. Oh my god. Steven Chavo is back.
Dude, it's crazy. I fucking clapped, dude, in the theater. Legend. It was insane.
He put this company on his back from day one, and he's been carrying it ever since. Okay, until Mexico
good long-term booking, dude. Okay, but Chavo, who was chased away from this company, and now he's back, not in the company, just in the storyline.
Well, he's been on the run, Steven, because the entire country of Mexico is after him, and now Mil Muertes is fucking back from his slumber, and so now he has another target on his back, and so Chavo's been all over the place, but he comes up and he says, you're gonna need my help. Holy shit, Chavo's here. And then it cuts to the Cum Man and Chavo getting drinks together. They're at like a bar or some shit.
Yeah. It was cool. They were cum-pieing, dude. was great.
And then they start talking. They really were. They start talking and they say, the Guerreros and the Cuetos have a rich, bloody history, okay? And the Cum Man says, yeah, but the Guerreros are also a family of liars, cheaters, and thieves.
It's
and
true.
Chavo's like, yeah, that's kind of true. But I am also very good at wrestling. And I know you, Cum Man, have a lot of power down in Mexico. Dragon Azteca, I know the strength, the power that you wield with your Aztec blood. And he says, if you could call off that hit they have on my head, that would be like so cool.
Yeah, if
you
you could just like call off the entire country of Mexico off of me, dude, it'd be pretty
If
chill.
You could get that heat off of me, I would so appreciate it. And if you do, I will protect Black Lotus at all costs. I will do anything for her.
I will protect her. Me, Chavo Guerrero.
Chavo Guerrero. Steven, I want Chavo to be my personal bodyguard. That would be so exciting.
I mean, at a certain point, that's what his gimmick was, right? Just being a manager for everybody and then getting fired every time he was a manager.
I guess so. And I guess this is the theme of his career. But Cum Man, Steven, Azteca, he says, Chavo, you know what? I will clear your debt, but you have to protect her with your life. And Chavo looks at him, shakes his head. It's a done deal, Steven. No longer is Mexico after Chavo. Woo!
Wow, just like
I
that.
know.
You just
This
called it
is
off, you know?
Such a beautiful day. Maybe this was the shoot. Maybe the shoot is that Mexico is actually pissed at Chavo, you know?
Oh, that was the shoot fight.
We don't know. But Steven, we have one more match left in this card, this Lucha Underground card. Were there only like 2 matches on this whole thing? That's
There's
crazy.
3.
I guess, but the one match got thrown out after like 2 seconds because of Big Rick.
Yeah.
Well, here we are at the main event. It's the Trios ladder match. It's Team Cuck Angle versus the Crew. Steven, this is time for our boys to redeem themselves. This is time for the Crew to take over. Do you not agree?
I think the Crew realized that if they lose, they will get murdered. So they don't want that. They're kind of fighting for like their livelihood right here, you know?
I don't want them to get murdered. Yeah, well, hopefully they win, Steven. This is the second ever ladder match in Lucha Underground history. If you remember the first one, that was back when Bale, 1/3 of the Crew, made his debut. When he just ran in because he wanted to defend Mr. Cisco. Which I probably would have also done in that moment. Yeah.
Maybe if you just fell in love with him, you know? Maybe they're lovers.
I understand it. That'd be such like a complex. They should add that, you know, like just another layer to the story. Because like the conflict, like imagine if the Crew does lose this match, which of course they won't, and they don't, Steven. But imagine if they do, and then like Dario's like, well, you have to answer to my brother now, and 2 of them are lovers, and one of the lovers is worried about the other lover getting hurt. That would be like so much. Do you think that's
That'd be
official
so
lore?
sad. That'd be like Game of Thrones, you know?
Oh my god.
But they don't get their dicks chopped off.
Well, you don't know that. How do you know? You haven't watched the series yet.
That's true.
Exactly. The Crew runs out on the champion, Steven. The Cuck Angle, Angelico, Evilise, and Son of Havoc are making their entrance, and the Crew runs up on them, beats the fuck out of them. The match starts, okay? Out of nowhere. Matt Striker points out that one of the champions in this match is not even equipped to climb a ladder. She has a boot on, and she can barely walk.
She can't climb. She's a woman. And she has like a broken foot. That probably hurts too.
And she's like hobbling down the stairs, which again, shout out to Matt Striker. This man has learned. The first like 10 weeks of Lucha Underground, this dude was the most misogynist guy ever, and he has toned it down so much. So good for
Maybe
Matt
got like
Striker.
an HR complaint, you know? Like, hey, hey dude, this is a Lucha Underground HR department, Matt. You gotta stop being weird around women.
Speaking of Vampiro at AAA Mania, Steven, you've seen the clip of him before where not the fart one, but the clip where he's like, play my fucking music. Where the fuck's my music? No? Did you see that?
No, I have not seen that.
Oh my, Vampiro is supposed to do a run-in from the American commentary table, like to save all his friends. And he like gets up, he's ready for the spot, but then his music doesn't play. And he's still on commentary, he still has his headset on, and he starts screaming, play my fucking music! Where the fuck is my music? He is waiting like
He's
2
waiting for his
minutes
spot.
go by. 2 minutes go by, his spot is blown. Okay, everyone is like already leaving the ring. All the good guys getting beat up that he's supposed to be saving, and then finally word gets back to production. They're supposed to play Vampiro's music, and then they play it. He's like, fucking finally, and he throws his headset down and gets into the ring.
God, now I can walk down. Let's go.
But like Matt Striker's there with him, and he's like trying to like make it seem like it's part of the story. So he's like, Vampiro, he's looking for his music to let the audience know, to get the audience on his side before he enters the ring, so he can feed off their energy. Like he's trying to explain it in storyline, and he's doing such a good job at it, because you can't do that much in that situation. But
it's like when TJP came out once to like help. I think it was Rich Swann versus Adrian Neville, right?
Yeah.
And his theme song is like the most longest thing ever. It was silence. So it's like running down the ring, like, and he has like no crowd reaction, right? So just boom, and like
so
he just gets
sad.
the shit beat out of him immediately when he gets to the ring. Poor TJP,
devastating.
man. Poor guy.
Miss him every day. Miss him every day. I also,
too.
speaking of the sound, I miss the one and only theme song for Ricochet. Can we please bring that back?
What the like
yeah,
gunshots,
with the
right?
laser gun, and it goes one.
The one ricocheting off the walls.
That,
You don't like
that
his
was
new
so
one where it has the generic
No.
hey.
Hey, no, I don't.
It's in like
want that,
every
man.
song ever.
I
Why
don't
is that
want that at
sampled all the
all.
time, by the way?
I don't fucking know. I don't know, Steven. But okay, back to this match. Matt Striker's doing a great job. He's pointing out that Evil East can't even like get down the stairs, which is true. And Helico at one point pops his shirt off, and the ladies cheer.
Yo.
Steven. Oh my god.
Oh my god, she just has a lanky physique.
I mean, he's a handsome man. I won't lie.
He
And
is
then
pretty
Vampiro
handsome.
says, "Oh my!" And Helico has matured since his first week here in Lucha Underground, which is
true.
like, it was just weird timing. They said it after he took his shirt off. You know, like.
You know, he used to harass women. Now he gets women harassing him.
It's true. This whole entire company is really, really like shaping themselves up, Steven, you know?
Yeah.
They're learning. They're learning lessons. And the match is basically 3-on-2 because Evilise has her toes out and she can't wrestle, you know? So it's just
Some
the
dogs
crew-
out, dude. It's crazy.
They're hanging out there, man, out of her boot. It's so sad. And Mr. Cisco at one point throws in Helico into Dario's boarded up windows because again they were smashed by by Alberto's head last week. And then the cardboard is like caved in, and you see Dario in his office sitting there at the desk like on the phone. It's awesome. I love
these,
man.
I love these Dario segments that they added randomly ever since the window broke because he just
They're
had so much,
wonderful.
you know.
They're wonderful. And then at
Because it
one
used to be
point-
like he was just like a background character, you know, just like you don't really see him in the ring that much. And now like you see him in the ring, it's like sick. He exists, you know. He's not a backstage character like
it's
Kayla
pretty sick.
Braxton, you know.
Poor Kayla. Poor Kayla.
Kayla
Yeah.
Braxton.
Have you seen Kayla's freckles, Steven?
No.
Okay. On her Instagram, she always posts photos without makeup, and her face is covered with freckles, but you don't see them because she wears makeup on TV. It's so sad.
Oh man, that's so
know.
sad. They hate her freckles.
Do you think Dario Cueto has freckles?
Yeah.
Do you think he's insecure about his freckles?
Maybe he's always like covering up
Aw.
his face, you know, with shiny stuff.
I guess so.
Maybe he also likes makeup.
There's one point, Steven, where it's the crew and Son of Havoc in the ring, like
Yeah.
3-on-1, and Son of Havoc whoops all three of their asses. Okay, like just demolishes them. It's a really sad showing for the crew. I didn't appreciate it. And then it all ends, like this is momentum that he's building ends when Son of Havoc goes for a shooting star press on Bale, and the table that Bale is on top on doesn't break. It is just a sturdy ass thud, and he bounces off the
Speaking
table.
of this spot, when Havoc was setting up one of the guys on the table, it cuts away to the commentary team being like doing their job, right? So I think what happened is they just messed up putting a guy on a table.
Oh, maybe.
Cut away from that.
But they did
yeah.
again. They still didn't break it properly. That table did not break. It was so sad.
Tables
This
are
is
really
why they
hard to
need
break.
Doors. This
Tables
is
are
why they need
scary to break,
doors
dude.
And two
Are
chairs.
doors more sturdier than tables? I thought doors
No.
were like a lot more sturdier than tables.
They're way easier to break than tables.
Doors? I thought doors were like thicker, and tables are just like really flimsy.
I've never seen someone get thrown through a door and it not break. You know.
What?
Also, they're not
Okay.
buying like hardwood doors. You know.
Well,
Like,
they're not buying hardwood tables.
they're closer to hardwood. Indies do use hardwood tables. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay, Lucha Underground probably not. But like you go to an indie show, those tables aren't breaking because they are hardwood tables.
They're by the dude. You know what's the worst one is when they buy like the plastic tables that are like white.
Yeah,
like
that's
why
sick.
would you buy those tables? They don't break. It's just plastic.
Listen, that's what all those like Philadelphia fans use. Like you see the videos of them tailgating in the parking lot and they do wrestling moves, and they do them onto those white tables, and the the football fans make them break. You know, they're stronger than the actual wrestlers. It's
Oh my
insane,
gosh.
Steven. I know.
Those guys
Well,
are
they're also
sick, dude. I mean, it
leaping
makes
off of,
sense.
like, trucks.
You know, makes sense. They are football people, not wrestling
are.
people.
They are. They're real men,
sport.
is what you're saying.
They have the real tea. Okay.
At one point, Angelico leaps off of Dario Cueto's office again. This time knocking Cortez Castro off the ladder as he's climbing it. It was a sick ass spot. It was so sick actually that I was just on Twitter earlier today, and someone posted a GIF of that spot, like WrestleBotch or something. It wasn't a botch, but WrestleBotch posted it, just because it was a cool spot today. It was really weird timing, Steven. I sent it.
I didn't see that. I was still asleep when you sent it to me.
I sent it to you though, man.
Probably. Well, you know what? You know what Twitter kind of do hate though about wrestling? Was it like
Dave
wrestling cringe or whatever? Wrestle cringe?
Oh, Wrestle Cringe. Yeah, I have
like
them muted.
legit, it's so fucking annoying. It's just like all these WWE like Defender posts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's
I like, my favorite is Rest Out of Context, okay? Because they're New Legacy fans, and I followed them at like 60 followers, and now they have
Nice.
like thousands and thousands, and they followed me back. I love them.
Wow, you're an OG, dude.
I am. Steven, this is how some people probably feel about us, you know? They're like, oh, I was in the first... I don't want to mock.
Yeah, I was
people.
the
If you were
first
there in the
two.
first 100... Yeah, you knew.
Okay?
I was too, man.
I was the first two, dude, alright? I got clout, dude.
I'm not new to this, man. I'm not new to this. That's so sad seeing some of our friends follow us now, okay?
What happened?
Chargle, our friend Charlotte, she just followed us this week. That is
Wow.
fucked up, okay?
I saw the view counts, like, oh man.
What's
2
also
viewers?
fucked up
Shit, that's more than me.
is
Yeah.
I have my friend Rex, who's here in Austin, and I just know him from like music and going to concerts together. But he said
He's a
that I
wrestling
showed
fan.
up on his no, he is not. I showed up on his TikTok, and now he follows and he watches.
Is it
and
cause
I
like
hate
it goes by like your city where you upload it to? Like your
Steven,
location?
I was
Might
gonna
be that.
save this story for later. I think it must be like location, like geotag, whatever the fuck. Because I was gonna tell the story later, but I'll tell it now. I told you a few weeks ago. There's someone in my apartment development who
Right.
I saw wearing a Roman Reigns shirt, but he was like busy in conversation. I didn't approach him.
Bless.
But I was walking in and out of my apartment a whole bunch yesterday because I had to unload and pack up my car. And so I walked by this dude like 4 times. And on the 4th time, he stopped me. I was like, hey, I've been meaning to ask you, are you a wrestling fan? This is what he said to me, okay?
No, you can't answer this, man. This is the worst question.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, I'm a wrestling fan. And then we had like a little bit of a conversation, you know? And the gist of it is that he met Kofi Kingston at the Austin airport a few weeks ago because apparently Kofi Kingston lives here in Austin.
What?
It's
crazy.
Said that he travels all the time to go see wrestling shows. He said
Him or Kofi Kingston?
him.
Okay.
And he'll be at the Royal Rumble in January. He'll be at
my
the
gosh.
Halloween SmackDown or something like that.
That's a thing?
It's gonna be in Dallas, yeah. And he was like just in Florida for some wrestling show. But so he travels all
What
over
does
the
he
place.
do for a job?
I don't know. He
That's
has a
crazy,
replica.
dude. Is he like the green shirt guy who's like in every show?
Maybe so.
That guy's
He has a
awesome, dude.
replica title that he has that he was bragging about. And I was like,
He bragged
oh,
about
you-
having a title. That's
I
awesome.
mean, he didn't
I
brag,
don't know.
But then he was like,
Would you wear one of? Would you like have one of those like replica titles?
Again,
like,
I've
display?
answered this question before. I would get the
Yeah.
white Intercontinental one, and I would have it just to get signed by wrestlers.
How do you like explain it? You know, like just a blank like title like that, like in your house, you display it.
It's probably
and, like,
easier to explain than the fucking action figures on my wall.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
Listen. Then I asked him like, "Oh, do you watch any of the AEW stuff?" And he was like, no. And I have a reason. And I was like, what's the
I
reason?
hate Kenny Omega.
You're so close. Did you know what his reason was?
Is that actually why?
He said, and I quote, "I hate CM Punk." That was his
Whoa.
reason for not watching AEW, Steven. This is so sad.
So did he stop watching AEW at one point, or it's just like
When CM Punk showed up, that's so sad.
Did he watch AEW for like 2 years, and then like CM Punk debuts and it's like, oh,
I can't.
This ain't it, Chief.
And then I was like, no, that's my favorite wrestler. And then he got
get fucked. Your favorite wrestler is shit.
But the reason I bring this up, Steven, is because the geotagging, the location showing people stuff. He started the conversation pretty early on by saying like, I think you showed up on my Instagram the other day. Did you do like all those wrestling drawings? And I was like, yeah, that was me. At
all your
JC
Instagram.
Cola. It's up there. But like,
mine doesn't have that, you know.
But like, I don't think Instagram works that way, right?
Maybe. Is your Instagram linked to your geolocation, or because I know
don't
TikTok
think
does
so.
that.
But like, because I don't have like a lot of followers. I have like 300 followers, you know?
Wow, bragging on your followers, weirdo.
But like, I'm not like a account I think that would just like show up on someone's feed, you know?
But do you post a lot?
I don't know.
Maybe you just have like really similar friends or mutuals, you know?
I don't think so. He's like 10 years older than us.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dude,
Caleb Braxton's 4'11".
I know.
It's crazy.
Tiny. I know.
Is that what they picked her as like? Is that what they picked her as like an interviewer? I feel like for interviewers they had to get like the most smallest person ever.
This is true. I miss
a good interviewer.
Kelly. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Kathy Kelly.
What'd she do now?
She models. She sells T-shirts with her naked on them. You know.
Did she do like NFTs?
She did that too. But Steven, this match comes to a close as the crew is all wiped out, and Ivelisse is actually the one to climb the ladder and retrieves only one of the trios championships from the top.
She didn't retrieve it. She just dropped it.
She does. She just kind of drops it to the ground, kind of like how like Carmella won that one time. Yeah.
Well, because the thing is, like when it drops, I don't think you actually win yet. I think it's actually grab the title, don't you?
You the one holding it, yeah. But then like her Son of Havoc picks it up or something, so it doesn't matter. They end up winning. Cuck Angle wins. It's a celebration. Ivelisse's was miraculously able to climb the ladder with her broken foot. Her dog's hanging out, Steven. And
let them toe games out, dude. It was crazy.
Hell yeah. Cuck Angle retains the titles, and I worry the implications for our dear sweet crew and Dario Cueto. What does this mean?
What does it mean? Are they gonna get murdered? Are they gonna get shooted?
That's what
in the chest
maybe
or the head?
It's foreshadowing. There's gonna be a firing. What is that? A firing squad on the crew? That's so sad.
What?
I don't want that. I don't want
that.
Is
a spoiler?
That'd be devastating, Steven. I can't spoil these things. That'd be a fucked up scene. The crew are on their knees, blindfolded, dude, against the wall.
The fucking shooters having like luchador masks.
Oh my god.
And they're like, Dario's like, all right, you boys, you didn't do the job. Now I will do the job to you. And he sends in like the boys in, right? And like luchador, they're just random in a luchador mask. You know who they are?
Oh,
and they have like guns,
like those thugs
like
that get beat
rifles.
up in the warehouse all the time.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah. And they have like they walk in with like guns and just like they point it, and that's when the scene ends.
Oh, yeah. They don't show the actual murder.
Fucking bloody, dude.
They cut away. Right, it fades to black, and then it comes back from black, and it's
like one of their hands.
Of them on the ground, like flat on the ground, blood spilled. You know, like all.
I would have done a shot up of their hand, like a close up of like their hand just like laying flat.
But their hands are tied behind their back and zip ties, probably. I think you need to show like the rags over their heads. You know?
Yeah. The bodied up. Here's what they do. They put a rag over their head, switch up the bodies completely, like body doubles or like a mannequin. Same thing, you know. It's close enough.
Steven, why were we not booking Lucha Underground? We love the crew, but still, it'd be worth it.
It was a good death scene, dude. Top 10 WWE deaths.
Hell yeah. Steven, that is Lucha Underground for the week. That was Shoots and Ladders from May 20th, 2015. I'll be honest, the past 2 episodes of Lucha Underground I enjoyed a bit more, but this wasn't a bad episode. I still kind of liked it. It was kind of lore heavy in the sense that we got more Black Lotus stuff. And Chavo's back. You know what? I take it back. A+ episode, Chavo is back.
Honestly, Chavo lore. I like Chavo lore. Okay, like remember, guys, from the first like 10 episodes of Lucha Underground, Chavo was like the best part. Like unironically,
he was number 1.
Like he was carrying matches and stuff. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, that's really it, to be honest.
Yeah, kind of. So
That's really it.
yeah. Are you ready to get into our week of what else happened in wrestling when this episode of Lucha Underground aired, Steven?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Like,
Steven,
what up?
I need to ask you a very important question.
Yes.
What happened in professional wrestling from May 14th to May 20th in 2015?
CM Punk debuted on UFC.
No, that's not true.
Oh,
CM
I'm like
Punk
years off from
debuted
that.
like on Talking Dead not long ago. Like that's true.
Oh.
But definitely
What was
not.
the UFC match again? I feel like that was so long ago, but like very close.
It was, I think, mid 2016. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember that was like hyped up for like the longest time too.
It was right
No.
when I started to make money with my little action figure business because I was able to buy the CM Punk jersey. Okay?
Oh,
And-
that must be really good value right now.
Listen. Okay. Listen. Look here. Listen.
Huh?
It was the jersey that originally said Phillip Brooks on the back, right? But then CM Punk tweeted, "My name's not Phillip. It's just Phil." Like CM Punk's legal name was just Phil, but they put
Oh
Phillip on
no.
it.
They didn't give this by? Like they didn't have like a contract to go by or like anything in the databases?
This is a shit ass graphic designer, and then they replaced it with just CM Punk on it instead, which worked out. Which worked out
better,
for the
you
best.
know. That's
So
like
that's
his
the one I
UFC
have.
name too.
But I ordered.
But you have the
it
CM
in-
Punk one or the Phillips Brook one?
I have the CM Punk one. I don't think they ever
Aw,
put out the
man.
Phil Brooks one or the Phillip Brooks one.
I would love a Phillips Brook one.
I would love it too. But listen, Steven, they were supposed to be like gold and white, or like silver, gold, and white. The outfit, right? The jersey, because that's what he wore at the fight.
Yeah.
And when I got mine in the mail, like 3 months later, because UFC's shipping sucked ass, it was black and white. It was completely different colors
What?
from what I ordered. And then
You
I
could
called.
just contact them.
I
and, like, get a
contacted them. I was
refund.
like, "Hey,
Yeah.
can I get the actual shirt I ordered? Because I wanted the one that Punk wore during his fight, you know." And then they were like, "Oh, we don't have those."
We stopped selling it, dude, you know?
They did. They didn't have any like Punk shirts
Ever
weren't for sale
since.
anymore. It was like a limited.
Yeah, because
run.
he fucking died. That's
Well,
why.
that did happen. And so I was like, "Oh, well, like, can I get any like my money back, maybe?" And they were like, we can do free shipping." And I was like, "No,
You can buy another product.
But
you know?
listen, they had already given me free shipping because it took so long to arrive. Like they were already did that. So I was like, "Well, the thing is, like, guys, you already did that." And they were like, we'll do half off." So they refunded me half of my jersey back and gave me free
Nice.
shipping. I know.
I didn't get
It was
that,
lovely.
dude. What a
And
Karen move for you to
it's
do.
not anywhere near compared to my Lucha Underground experience, Steven. It was right when they were going out of business, so all their merch was like on clearance, right? And I ordered a Lucha Underground hoodie because I just, you know, it was like 25
Just a
bucks. or
fan of
something,
Lucha Underground.
You know? Yeah. I was like, I'll get the merch while I can. One of my biggest regrets is not buying the box set of DVDs. I wish I had those so bad. I want those so horrible. Guys, if anyone has a connection to like where I can get those,
eBay.
please tell me. No, they're not. I've looked. There's like a weird German copy on
No.
Amazon for like 600 bucks or something.
Oh,
but
man.
no, I ordered this hoodie, right? And then it took forever to arrive. And then I was like, oh, whatever. This is what I get for ordering from a company going out of business. You know, I was just like, I'm probably never gonna get it. It's whatever. And then I get a message out of nowhere, like a couple weeks later, like a month and a half has gone by, and they're like, "Hey, this is us at Lucha Underground. We just wanted to let you know, like, we unfortunately sold out of the hoodies. We aren't gonna be able to fulfill your order, so we just issued you a full refund." And I was like, "Oh,
Sick.
okay,
Dumb.
like yeah, I appreciate that. I chalked it up to a loss." And then another week goes by, and it arrived in the mail. I have
Yo,
my
you got a
Lucha Underground
free
hoodie.
shit, dude. That's
I
awesome.
did, but I felt
That's,
horrible
like,
because I
mean.
wanted to support the company. You know, like I love Lucha Underground. So like
This is like
but-
when I scammed Amazon twice by accident because my package was
Yo.
late and lost in the mail. So they just gave me another one for free. And then the original popped up like a week after. And
Let's
sick.
go. Amazon's quite lovely.
Well, it's because they're owned by a fucking Lex Luthor guy, you know? They don't really care about how much profit they lose in like one deal transactions.
I understand. But yeah, Steven, order from Lucha Underground's official shop. You will get free merchandise, is the point.
Yeah. Free stuff,
And-
dudes. You just gotta hope your delivery service is just ass, you know?
Exactly. Why are we talking about this? We're supposed to be talking about the week of May 20th, Steven, of
Oh, yeah.
2015. Let's do it, okay? Because
Okay.
the NXT main event this week, can you guess what it was?
No.
Okay. It was a tag team match.
Wow. This is the Good
Does that
Brothers.
help? No, the Good Brothers were not ever in NXT.
Was it
Close,
John
though.
Cena?
Okay, Steven, the main event of NXT this week was Finn Balor and Hideo Itami.
Oh.
And they teamed up against Tyler Breeze and Adam Rose. Okay?
Wow, what a main event banger, dude.
I know. And after the match, Tyler Breeze laid out everyone with super kicks. It was him standing tall atop everyone. I loved it.
Dude, this is like
Okay?
2013, like fucking Tyler Breeze, dude, was just the best guy ever.
Oh, let's
Like he was like the
go.
Dolph Ziggler of the brand for a while.
Well, speaking of Steven, are you ready for the
Crazy.
markiest story you've ever heard in your life?
Okay.
A match that took place on main event this week was getting rave reviews. A match between
By who?
Dolph Ziggler and
Uh-huh.
Stardust.
Dude, what
And,
a
like,
banger match, dude. Okay,
was-
this was like awesome. This should have been Raw, man.
It was before it aired too, so it was like there was buzz from the arena where they were like, "Oh, guys, just you wait till you see this main event match this week. It's gonna be awesome." And
Yeah.
oh my god!
All right, Stardust versus Dolph Ziggler, dude. That's match of the year, honestly.
But like that is such a 2015 story, you know. Like there was this banger on main event. That's like a year ago when it was Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. That's what it is. You really gotta check out main event this week. No, I
Did you
don't.
actually watch it? Are the people saying this actually watching main event?
There's no way.
What the fuck? What is main event on? How do you watch main event?
Hulu? Maybe?
Is that how you watch it?
I think so. I'm honestly not
Do
that
you
certain.
watch main event? It doesn't air on TV. It's not on YouTube, is it? I don't think they put like results on YouTube
They
either.
don't even bother with the clips. No.
Yeah.
Steven, look if there are any Dolph Ziggler versus Stardust main event clips on WWE's YouTube channel. Okay. This is huge. This is huge. This will
I
determine
mean, I've been saying
everything.
this for 205 Live when it started, you know, because that was really cool, you know, man.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't.
You know what?
Enough
Cedric
time has passed.
Alexander versus Noam Dar for Alicia Fox. That was awesome, dude.
Alicia Fox.
Okay.
I do miss that a little bit. I do a little bit.
I mean, like, I think what I heard Brian Kendrick said was like for the Extreme
I heard
Rules
him
matches
say-
or whatever, they could have been like they could have done like they couldn't do like regular like tools, you know, like tables and shit. So they had to get like really creative with what they could use. It was really interesting. Like
That
these
is
a lot of tape and shit. Yeah.
I can't believe you would listen to the hate speech of a Brian Kendrick, Steven. Why would you listen
No,
to
it
his
was, it was the
podcast?
Stone Cold podcast.
What? They had Brian Kendrick on?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? You know they live in
That's
the same
insane.
neighborhood apparently at one point.
What? Oh my
Yeah, right?
god.
Insane, dude. That's like the only episode I heard of the Stone Cold podcast, by the way.
You didn't listen
I haven't
to
heard any
the
of his
Sam
sense.
Roberts episode of the Stone Cold podcast?
Did they mix
Oh
well?
my god. Yeah, because Sam's just a fan, you know?
But I assume Stone Cold just knows how to talk to people in general, right?
He's such a nice guy. Which
Yeah.
is so weird, because we get on here and we're like so critical of Alberto Del Rio for being a wife beater. In reality, we should also be critical of Stone Cold, you know? But I
What?
love Stone Cold.
But
you
he's
know?
a good
I-
wife beater, man. This is like on.
That's what's
this is
so
like our,
fucked up.
This is like our TikTok where you talked about Randy Orton and the N-word once, and people were like defending him, like, no, guys, it's okay. He didn't say the one of ER, okay, guys? He said the one of A, so it's better.
No, the number one defense for Randy Orton is he's not black. That was the number one defense for Randy Orton.
He's not black, guys.
But,
Crazy.
No, but Stone Cold, he was doing all that stuff when he was like
Yeah.
had a drinking problem, a drug problem.
Alberto
So-
does it, not drunk.
Maybe.
But there you go.
Who knows? But also, guys, if you might be prone to beating your wife when you're drunk, maybe don't get drunk.
Wow, that's a lot to say, you know,
I know.
for you.
Did you find a clip from Stardust and Cody?
No, I don't
Or
think
sorry,
there's any.
Stardust and Dolph.
I can find the match, but it's like a re-upload, not like the actual WWE
Damn
account.
it, that's so
Because
sad.
they don't post anything about main
Well,
event, you know.
a program
They
I
used
know
to
is
for a
on.
while.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
A program I know is on TV, Steven, is Total Nonstop Action, okay? Because, you know, they recently moved to the Destination America channel. They're on Fridays. Our girl over at Wrestling News Blog loves her TNA content. And apparently, there is not good news for TNA. We know their company's falling apart. We know Taz just left. They can't pay their employees. MVP is about to get injured and ruin the main storyline. But also, Destination America is considering a move from Friday nights to Wednesday nights because they are very worried about how TNA will be able to perform during the summertime on Friday nights, that people will not stay in to watch TNA wrestling, which is
man,
fair.
what are you talking about? You don't like watching TNA with the boys on Friday nights?
It's tough. But during the summer, is that just because like kids are gonna be home? Because like adults don't get extra time off during the summer.
Is there any sports in the summer?
Oh, maybe sports
On Friday nights? It's like basketball, right? Maybe
there's the NCAA tournament, but that's March. That's not the summer.
I know, like the NFL destroys Raw every time it happens, which makes sense, you know. Have you seen that one tweet of the guy like say? I think I sent it to you. It's the guy like, Tony Khan and his dad own the Jaguars, right? They're in the NFL, guys. The NFL beats Raw. You really think about it?
Yeah, you did send it.
Tony Khan is beating Raw every week, guys. All right.
True. It's true. See, I feel like if I were a trust fund baby, I'd have to end up like Tony Khan. You know, like the guilt would drive me to do some
just using it for fucking wrestling. You just see wrestlers as toys for you. Fuck real toys. You need wrestlers, dude.
Listen, I would just have an endless supply of cocaine and access to professional wrestlers. That's all I want in life. Okay, that's what I need.
Indie wrestlers mostly.
Exactly. And CM Punk.
Like,
Indie wrestlers.
I've been watching like videos about like wrestlers' careers, you know, and like the rise of their careers and whatnot. I watched one about the Young Bucks, and the guy said they met billionaire Tony Khan. It's like, okay, man. I mean, you're not like,
Did you comment a correction and say, yes, son of a billionaire Tony Khan?
Son of a billionaire, man. No.
You should, Steven. I recommend it. I did not think I was going to enjoy the Young Bucks book, just because I don't really like the Young Bucks that much. I don't think they're like... I mean, I have nothing to base it off of. They give me a weird vibe where I'm like, I don't think they're good people.
I think they're kind of like... I don't want to say lame, but I just don't really care,
they are lame,
you know?
Too. That's probably nicer than what I just said. I said I think they're bad people.
Because like someone's always gonna be like, "Oh, look at these nerds calling other people nerds, but fucking losers," you know? But like, I don't know. I just think they are just lame.
Yeah,
it's really it.
But the point is, their book is very good. I would recommend checking it out. You just gotta.
I wanted to read.
Power through their first chapter.
Jericho's book.
Which one? There are 20.
Lionheart, I think, was the one.
Oh, the first one
when that came out. Yeah.
I need to read his first.
Wait,
one.
What's the first chapter of the Young Bucks book?
It's like about their birth. And like, yeah.
It's like the scene of Malcolm in the Middle where the kid's like, I remember when I was born, Malcolm. It's like a beehive in there. It's like talking about being a sperm or something.
I mean, yeah, because like Nick Jackson wasn't supposed to make it or whatever. Like he was gonna like be a stillborn, but then he wasn't, and he almost killed his mom coming out. And so like it was like this
intentionally.
Intentionally, yeah. And so. It was just really weird, and Matt is just writing it like with all like he's using really complicated prose that the rest of the book is just like is normal talk. It's like just people talking, and I love it. I like conversational writing. But the first chapter where it's about Nick Jackson being born is like, and he emerged from the womb. You like it's really like they're words that they are not using in real life.
What the fuck? Did they write this? Was it like fucking ghostwriter?
It feels like they had a ghostwriter for one chapter and one chapter only. That's what it felt like. It's so weird.
Can you describe the birth of me and my brother? So like, when I was born, I remembered it correctly. I was almost a stillborn. I almost killed my mom coming out of her womb. But then I super kicked the doctor giving birth to me. It was crazy, dude.
And then chapter 2 is about how apparently a family was murdered, or a little girl was murdered in the house they live in. And then one time Matt Jackson got back to his house when no one else was there, and he heard people in the kitchen, or a person in the kitchen, and he thought it was his parents, and he called out like, "Mom, blah blah blah," and then they weren't there. And then he like heard like a little girl or like laughing or whatever in his bedroom, and then like he went to the bedroom and saw a little girl there, and he like freaked the fuck out. He went outside. I see you checking over your shoulder. I see you checking over your shoulder, Steven.
What the fuck?
And then he went outside.
Why your shoulder?
Well, because you checked over yours. And then he went outside, and then he called his parents, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's about time we break the news to you. A little girl was murdered here."
What the fuck?
Yeah.
When did they find this out?
I don't know. They were like 12 or some shit.
What?
But yeah. Check out the Young Bucks book, guys. It's great.
I thought they were just wrestlers. What the fuck? Why are they fighting ghosts and shit? What the fuck?
Listen, it's a good story. It's a good story.
So.
Oh, also, Matt Jackson, I'm sorry for spoiling the Young Bucks book. He and his wife met on a dating app before dating apps were a thing. They met on like a dating website in 2003. We're like,
holy shit.
Yeah. And she apparently his wife had a crush on him in high school and like asked him out on a date one time, and he blew her off.
That's what I did, you know. That's what I did too.
Yeah. And then she reached out years later and was like, "Hey, are you this guy?" And she's like, "Ooh, you're a wrestler." And then they got married.
Kind of hot, you know.
Kind of hot.
You touch other men shirtless?
Exactly.
It's pretty awesome.
Exactly. Well, Steven, a man I'd love to touch shirtless is Scott Hall.
Did you see that numbers promo from Braun Breaker?
No, you're thinking of Scott Steiner. I'm talking about Scott Hall. Hey, yo. You know?
Never mind. Wrong Scott.
Scott Hall, in 2015 this week, was unfortunately escorted out of an indie show he was a part of.
Oh, no.
Because he showed up under the influence. You know how Jeff Jarrett is starting his Global Force Wrestling company around this time?
Was Scott Hall supposed to be like the main one?
Well, they hired Scott Hall. He's supposed to be a big deal. They have released him.
Oh, man.
Which is tough.
I mean, it's Scott Hall, you know. What could you really do with Scott Hall in 2015?
But you know the silver lining, Steven?
What?
A day later, they announced Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner's replacing him. He's coming to GFW, baby. Let's go.
Oh, my goodness. Is he juiced still?
Oh, my God, yeah. This is 2015,
yeah,
man. He's holding on to his youth as best he can.
Let's go.
And so Scott Steiner replacing Scott Hall, you'll love to see it. Also, Samoa Joe is rumored to be debuting soon at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable.
What?
We'll have more news on that next week on the podcast. Who knows?
Is he gonna debut? That Joe, man?
I don't think so. I think he's locked into this TNA contract. I think he's a loyal guy.
Remember one time in high school, our history teacher was talking about wrestling for some reason. And I remember this quote specifically. There's always that one Samoan dude. And like, he's not wrong.
No.
You know?
There's a whole lot of Samoan dudes actually on top of the company to this day.
It's fair.
It's lovely.
Except for AEW.
They got... they could have Kona Reeves if they wanted, but whatever. They could have
be a big star.
Rena Fanini if they wanted, but whatever.
Jax? That's what they call her, Jax. Like the Jackson Jaguars.
Are there any Fatu? They could have Fatu if they wanted, you know? Or Fatu's son. Jacob Fatu. That's who it is. So there are options.
So many possibilities. Tony Khan
just hates the Samoans, honestly.
You think he doesn't want to be like a Samoan offender?
I think so. Well, Steven, do you think Samoa Joe's going to debut?
No, there's no way, dude. That guy's not in TNA forever. And there's also Ring of Honor, you know? Like, wasn't he Ring of Honor at one point, right? I thought people liked him Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Did you know that the first 5-star match forever in 20 years from Dave Meltzer was Ring of Honor, Samoa Joe versus CM Punk?
Oh,
isn't that crazy?
Gracious.
I learned that the other day.
I
don't know why.
True.
Apparently it was. Apparently CM Punk was like one of the first ones to get like a 5-star match in like 20 years in North America.
Oh, in North America. Yeah, I was going to say, that man was watching AJPW nonstop, okay? He was handing out those 5 stars nonstop, Steven. But listen.
Now he gives them to every dark match, you know? And that's fair.
I appreciate it. We got to talk about Payback. Because Payback 2015 just happened, okay? Which, by the way, We just recapped a pay-per-view 2 weeks ago on this podcast.
Is it another
in
pay-per-view?
2015. This is another one. And then
Holy
Elimination
shit.
Chamber is on the 31st. This is from the 20th.
Is this like when they had Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views, or?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not. That's not for like another year and a half.
You think they should bring those back, by the way? Like Raw and SmackDown
I wouldn't
ones?
watch them, no. But
No.
the 3 pay-per-views in the span of 1 month, Steven, in this period in 2015. And this pay-per-view at Payback feature, I'm going to go through the whole card. Are you ready for this?
Can I
You'll
predict
do your
who wins?
predictions. You'll do your predictions.
Sick.
R-Truth versus Stardust on the kickoff
Fuck,
show.
this is really hard. Dang
know.
it. Oh shit. I'm gonna go with R-Truth, right?
You are
I don't think they give a
correct.
dub.
R-Truth
I don't think they give
won.
dubs to Stardust, dude. There's no way.
I'll keep tally. You got 1 point so
Sick.
far, Steven. 1 point
Sick.
so far. Next up is the Ascension versus Axelmania and Macho Mandow.
Fuck,
Also
this
on the
is really
kickoff.
hard. This is really hard to shit. Is the Ascension so big right now? I think it's the Ascension, right?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I think it's Ascension. I think they're still getting
Ascension,
pushed,
you
right?
got another point,
yeah.
Steven. Let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
yeah. This is before they
Next-
realized that they sucked.
What was that promo that we did TikTok of them the one time for?
Oh, was it the oh yeah one, or like
Oh, what a rush.
That
More
one, that
like,
one, that one.
What a joke. Oh my god, that sucks.
and then was it
ass.
Lex Luger who got really offended by that?
No, it was Lance Storm. But I do remember because we when we tag people in our Instagram videos, they send DMs to the person to let them know that we tagged them. And Connor did see the TikTok, which is a little
Thanks,
sad. He
Connor.
never replied, unfortunately. But thanks.
He saw it. Wait, it put scene.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Oh, I'm so sad.
I know.
For Connor.
I know. Next up, Steven, we have Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler.
What's so sad? See on the message. Aw, what was the match again?
Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler.
This is another hard one, man. Because like sometimes Dolph just randomly gets pushed, you know, and just
I know,
wins.
this is 2015. This is before Sheamus has his run as WWE.
Well, he was a main event, right?
Dolph
Dolph-
was just on main event this week with.
It's gotta be
Stardust.
Sheamus then, right?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm picking Sheamus.
Sheamus did win. Let's go, Steven.
Yeah, it's that main event debuff.
Let's go. Next up is a 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag team titles between Cesaro and Tyson Kidd and the New Day.
The New Day, I think the New Day just like undefeated for a bit, right? Like for years.
Okay, well, your New Day does win. You're correct about that.
Okay.
Steven. You have 4 points so far. But after
Dude, I'm
this match,
killing it, dude.
New
yeah.
Day is celebrating backstage, and Byron Saxton comes up and he's like, "Hey, New Day, good job on your
join?
win. I have some good news for you. You guys are going to be defending those tag team titles for the first time ever in an Elimination Chamber match." And then
Wow.
the New Day gets sad. Which, if you remember, this is that Elimination Chamber where like they fit 3 people in a pod at a time. That's some
How'd that
crazy
happen?
shit.
What's the storyline behind
I
that?
don't know, man. But Steven, you are 4 for 4 so far.
Let's go,
Congratulations.
dude. I'm undefeated, dude. I could be great on DraftKings, man.
You could be. You could be. Next
Yeah.
up, we have Ryback, the Ryback,
Fuck. This is hard.
versus
Shit.
Bray Wyatt. the
Oh
Arab
my
World.
gosh. There's no way. That was a match. I don't remember this match at all. I don't remember them talking like ever.
Now, Ryback only has a few months left in this company. He leaves in 2016 after his match against Kalisto
Yeah.
at WrestleMania. So make of that what you will.
I saw Ryback tweet about how Vince is like the same as Hitler or something.
Oh,
So probably Bray, right? I
is that your
assume.
final answer?
Yeah.
Steven, you are 5 for 5
Dude,
so
let's
far
go, dude.
on this
DraftKings
Payback
Pro
show.
right here, dude.
Holy shit. Next
DraftKinger,
up,
dude.
I
Yeah?
think this is a shoo-in. I think you will get this one. If you don't, I will laugh at you. We have John
So much
Cena.
pressure. So much pressure for this fucking match, dude.
This is a United States Championship match. John Cena
Yeah.
versus Rusev. And an
the fuck?
I Quit match.
What was the storyline here? Was there a
Rusev
story?
has lost 2 championship matches leading up to this one against John Cena.
Why is he the #1 contender right now?
Don't know.
It's John Cena, right?
Yes,
There's no way he fucking
congratulations.
loses.
You are 6 for 6. What the fuck
Let's
did they do
go,
to Rusev?
dude. I mean,
Next.
he recovered like eventually, right? Kinda. You had a world
I liked
title
his
match.
gamer gimmick in AEW, so it was kind of
What
cool.
was the better run, Miro in AEW or Rusev in WWE?
Miro.
Neither.
I forgot about Rusev Day. Holy shit, that was so good. That was so fun.
Neither
Okay.
were good.
Steven.
Yeah.
listen. Next up, we have the Bella Twins.
Fuck.
This is
No,
an
this is
exhibition
hard.
match.
This is
The
hard
Bella
now,
Twins.
dude. Are they
Is it hard?
champions?
No. There are no women's
Okay.
tag titles.
No, the
versus-
women's belt. The women's belt. Or the Divas. I don't know what it is
I
at the
don't
time.
even know who's women's champ at this time. Maybe it's like Nikki. Probably Nikki.
Okay.
It's the Bella Twins versus Naomi and Tamina.
Oh man, it's such a hard one.
2015. Be careful
It's
here.
so hard.
Be careful
The
here.
Bella Twins, right?
Is that
Right?
your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
Ah, Steven, your first loss.
Okay. What? Tamina beat
Oh.
the Bella Twins? There's no way.
Tamina single-handedly beat the Bella Twins.
Tamina beat the Bella Twins. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was bad. It was the Wiki Wiki Tamina theme song. It was
What?
crazy. Okay, yeah.
Happened? What was the finish?
The finish is I don't fucking know. I don't watch this match. I watched it in 2015.
How did Tamina beat the Bella Twins?
Because she's a god, man. So
Was she
yeah.
ever like champion ever? Like solo champion?
no.
Because you know, I feel like at some point WWE's like, "Hey, woman, you've been in here long enough. You'll become champion for a bit." They did that with Liv Morgan, you know,
Fuck you. You got it wrong.
and Alicia
Steven.
Fox.
Fuck you. You got it wrong. Next up, King Barrett, recently crowned King Barrett, versus Neville. And I'll give you a hint. This match ends in countout.
What the fuck?
Who wins?
How do you know that? Is it Neville?
You're correct. You're back on
Yeah.
track, Steven. Okay. Very
Also,
good,
for
very
some
good.
reason, I thought of King Corbin for a bit. I was like, what the fuck?
That's
Who
not
fuck
the
is
one.
Barrett?
That's not the
Who
one. He is
fuck-
fighting
who the
Rhino
fuck
in
is
NXT
Barrett,
at the
dude?
moment.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Next up, final match on the card, Steven. It is
Okay.
a fatal four-way. And if Seth Rollins doesn't win this match, Kane will be fired.
What? What is the stipulation?
It's a match between and you think maybe that makes sense. Okay, maybe Kane's one of
Yeah.
the participants in the match. So they're like, Kane, you can't win. You know, Kane, to ensure you don't win, like if you're the authority, you have to make sure Seth wins so you don't get fired, right? Well, you'd be
And go for
wrong
yourself.
if you assumed that. Because it is
Oh.
just Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. It is
Such
just
a
Shield
big
and
of a
Randy
match.
Orton.
What the fuck?
Right? I didn't remember this
Like,
happening.
No reason.
I didn't remember this at
pay-per-view?
all. But yeah, if Seth doesn't win, Kane's fired. So,
What? Man, I wonder what happens in this match then, man.
yeah, who do you think wins?
Probably Seth, right? I don't think Kane becomes a politician yet.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Seth does win.
Thank goodness,
Steven,
dude. I was so scared
you-
of Kane.
Are 8 for 9 in your prediction.
Oh my gosh, I almost got the perfect board. This
If
sucks,
this
dude.
were a parlay, you would have been so fucked by Tamina, okay? You would have been so fucked.
Fucking Tamina,
But
dude.
it works
what the
out.
fuck?
It works out, and congratulations. This match was won by Seth Rollins. He pinned Randy Orton for the win. Gotta protect the Shield, you know?
Gotta protect the
But-
Roman, dude, you know?
Yo, how did this
well.
match happen? Like, I don't, like, shouldn't I remember this? Because I remember the Shield triple threat in, like, late 2017, you know, or 2016, whenever the fuck that was, when Seth came back from his injury. And then Roman jobbed out because he failed the drug test, you know? Yeah.
Happens.
It's
Was it
actually
cocaine?
The best of us.
Or is it
I think it
Adderall?
was steroids, wasn't it?
Is Adderall like the thing people say like when it's cocaine but they want to cover it up? So it's
I don't
Adderall.
know. I don't know if they ever publicly released it. I just assumed it was juice.
You know what's crazy? Like apparently Paige did cocaine like twice and still got hired from the company.
Paige?
Yeah. Like apparently she dropped
But
like a
she wasn't
cocaine
wrestling.
test. Yeah. Isn't that
Oh, when
crazy?
she was wrestling.
No.
Oh.
Isn't that
Well,
crazy?
yeah. Who gives a shit if she's not wrestling? Do coke, man. Live your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do cocaine, you can do cocaine. Just like don't mix
No,
it
because
with
I
other
think the
drugs.
thing was Paige tweeted out WWE lied. I failed an Adderall test, guys. And I think like the
see.
official like WWE health account was like, no, you did cocaine, dude.
That's cool. That's a cool interaction to have.
Oh,
That's why she's in AEW, man. You know, she's gonna be buddying up.
she has a better boss now, you know.
I know.
That's what she said.
I get it, Steven. One final news story from 2015.
Yes.
John Cena, of course, retained his title against Rusev when Rusev quit. Okay.
Huh.
So the Open Challenge is continuing. Last time we saw the Open Challenge, Sami Zayn blew the fuck out his shoulder. Okay.
Right.
This week, it's a new Open Challenge.
Oh.
Who do you think comes out in response to Cena issuing the Open Challenge?
Is it Kevin Owens this time, right?
It is! Steven, that's the
Let's
first time you
go.
got it! I just
Go.
threw my pencil. I don't know where it
The
is.
baby.
I give
I
up.
don't remember.
I don't know where the pencil is.
I don't remember if this
Steven,
was a match or not.
listen, I'm going to
think it
retract
was, right?
your X for the Naomi match, and I'm going to give you a
Let's
point
go.
just for guessing that KO, okay?
How the fuck did Team Bad beat the Bella Twins like 2015? What the heck? People remember Team Bad. I don't think I remember Team Bad at all. Unfortunate, you know. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Steven.
What happened?
I found my pencil.
Yeah?
Did you not see me fall out of my chair?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, let's see, Steven. Back on track. KO did answer Cena's Open Challenge. This is his debut on Raw, and I watched this segment back just because I wanted to, and I remember it being good. And this is like a legendary segment. Like I really like I watched this back and it was very good. You know, like
Good
so
debut.
good. Of like an
Better debut than
introduction
Sami
for somebody.
Zayn.
I mean, a little bit. Because they didn't wrestle. They didn't have a match. You were right about that when you told me it a few weeks ago. Because KO is basically like, John, I don't want your U.S. title. I already have the prize. And that's this NXT championship. And he holds
Right.
it up.
Then when they did fight the title, he lost. So
He did, but he doesn't care.
Unfortunate.
Because he got the NXT one, you know? So this is right around where KO is going to have to lose that title at Beast in the East. This is so sad.
oh no.
And also, KO just power bombs John Cena at 1.2. I
What?
enjoyed that. At one point, John
my
Cena's like,
goodness.
I got some advice for you, kid. These fans are worth your time. These fans are why we're here. And blah, 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 blah. And then KO's like, I'm not a kid, John. I've been wrestling longer than you. And then, like, the crowd all cheered for that. I don't know why, but they loved it, okay?
Mm-hmm. Big marks.
I like this segment. And then they announced that in just like 2 weeks, they're going to fight at Elimination Chamber for that title that KO doesn't want. So that's fun.
Nice. Nice.
Do you have any fond memories from this period of time, Steven?
Nope.
Damn.
I don't remember
That's
anything from this year.
So sad.
Remember people cheering for the John Cena reign of terror of the U.S. title? Like, oh, this is awesome, guys. That's it.
cheering for it?
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, he's giving so many younger talents a chance to shine in the spotlight.
Hell
Like
yeah.
John Cena, man.
Let's go. Well, either way, Steven, those are all the week of events that I have for May 20th of 2015. We have some current events to get to if you so desire, but that's up to you, Steven. You know, you're one half of
I
this
will.
podcast. You're an important voice here. You want
I will discuss the current events.
Then for us to do that, you have to tell me what day it is right now as we're recording this.
It's currently October 2nd.
Jesus Christ, Steven. It is October
Yeah.
2nd. I will give it to you.
We shouldn't
Let's
date
go.
these podcast episodes, man.
We're recording
People
the day
will know.
before it comes out, bro.
People
okay?
will know.
This is good. We want people to know we're doing this. Usually we record like 2.5 days earlier. Listen,
Yeah.
we're going to the current events. Steven,
Yes?
I have bad news.
What?
Antonio Inoki has passed away.
What?
I know.
Crazy.
I know. It's a little sad. You know, I feel like we always start out our current event segments with deaths when they happen. You know, just to get the tone right. You know, get the mood
Yeah.
set. And I drew a portrait of Antonio Inoki back in high school. And then people were
Wow.
like, ooh, that's a good drawing, but why'd you do his chin like that? And then I had to explain to
man.
them, no, that's how his chin looks, guys. I had that conversation at least 5 times. And
With
so,
who? Like your teacher?
my teacher and then a bunch of my classmates, Grayson might have even been one of them. Our friends, even. There's the context that you want me to provide. Our
There
mutual
you go,
friend,
guys.
Grayson.
Our mutual, the gray man.
But what is your fondest Antonio Inoki memory, Steven, if you had to eulogize
Is he the one who
this
beat the
man?
shit out of like Ali?
Muhammad Ali. Oh, we just talked about him like last week,
right?
didn't we? Yeah, he
Yeah, wasn't
fought
the one who
Muhammad
beat the shit out
Ali
of him?
and like
Yeah.
ruined his legs, so Muhammad Ali like never was really able to box again. That's kind of crazy.
That's my favorite moment. Or that
Yeah,
time he
it's
fought in
pretty
North Korea. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's also fun. Was that the whole WCW show over there that they did Dark Side of
Yeah.
the Ring on?
That was
That's
the one
fun.
with like New Japan, WCW, I think.
Let's go. That's when Too Cold Scorpio, Flash Funk, when he almost murdered one of the Road Warriors.
What?
Did you not see that Dark Side of the Ring episode?
I probably just forgot. I know
Oh my
like there's
God.
this one segment where like some guy called someone on the phone like, "Hey, babe, pick me up, babe. Okay, these guys are fucking crazy, dude." And then the fucking like
Yeah.
North Koreans like live wired their fucking their phones.
Oh, they had like cut it or some shit? Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
babe, come pick me up from North Korea.
Are you gonna get her? I don't know.
But okay. No. Too Cold Scorpio, Steven. You know
Yeah.
who Flash Funk is, right? You know this man?
Funkadactyl?
No, not Funkadactyl. He's the
I don't
guy
know
who
that.
Scorpio Sky based his name on. He wrestled
No.
in WWF in the late 90s.
Dude, I'm
No.
not a 90s kid, dude.
God damn it.
Okay.
Well, he was the first person to do like a moonsault in WWE, He's
Ah.
very athletic. And he was in WCW at the time. And he was over there playing pool one day in like their really restricted hotel. And I think one of the Road Warriors, I think the one that passed away, so Hawk, said maybe like the N-word to him or something, which Too Cold Scorpio is
Probably
a black
shouldn't.
man.
Probably shouldn't say that, you know?
I think they never like said that's what he said, but it was like kind of implied, so maybe he didn't say it. I don't really know. Also, he's dead, so you can't sue me for slander, guys. And what's it? They got on a tour bus, and like a whole bunch of tension had been like boiling between them, and basically, Too Cold Scorpio had a shank ready to go and was prepared to murder him. But then Animal talked into apologizing on the bus that day, and so they ended up apologizing. But Too Cold Scorpio was ready to murder him in North Korea, which is fucking insane.
A good cover up, you know?
A good cover. Oh, that they're in North Korea, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Wait,
imagine
how would you
insane-
like say this? When did they say this? Like
During his
announced
Dark Side-
publicly.
Dark Side of the Ring episode? So, like,
Is that
a
the
year and a
first time
half
people
ago.
heard about him just wanting to shank somebody?
I think so. The first time, like, he said it like with his face on camera. Like, it wasn't like people saying it; it was him saying it.
Oh my
you know?
gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then
Like
you know how
Tommy
Dark
Dreamer wanted
Side
to shoot
does.
Paul Heyman at WrestleMania. You know, isn't that fucking crazy? What if that happens, man?
We need
Probably
it
wouldn't.
to. We need it because
Little
I need Dark Side of the
security.
Ring to reenact the hypothetical of like a man, like a shadowy man, walking up behind Tommy Dreamer or behind Paul Heyman. That'd be so
They should do
sick.
that. They should do like Dark Side of the Ring spin-offs where it's like, what if it actually happened?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's
and you have
awesome.
like a Paul Heyman body double just standing in the ring at WrestleMania, doing his thing, and then Tommy Dreamer pops up with a gun, hits
Hell
him in the
yeah.
head.
He just pops up. That's cool.
so
like Rey
dark.
Mysterio out the ground. That's awesome.
The man just jumps up. That's sick, dude.
Oh shit! He's not coming from where the barricade. Tommy Dreamer's coming from the entrance ramp, like down the ramp with a gun in his hand.
They think it's like a storyline, you know? It's like, what the fuck? What's happening right now? Jared's like,
That's-
by God, it's Tommy Dreamer. He's back. With
That's
a
so
gun.
sick, Steven. That is
Yeah.
so sick. But no, Darkseid isn't coming back for a while apparently because
No.
the creators are working on a different wrestling show right now for Vice, where it's like they're doing all of like stories from the territories, which should be like super interesting, but it won't be Darkseid, which is sad.
Isn't Darkseid's already for territories?
Hmm?
Aren't there already ones for territories or Darkseid?
There are
already?
Darkseid episodes about wrestling when it was in the territories, but I think this is going to be a like finite series documenting I think the rise and collapse of the territory system, which sounds sick. I think that's cool.
Do you know people still want territories to this day? Isn't that crazy?
No, they don't.
Would you want
That's
territories?
that's not how the modern world works, Steven. That's not how the internet works, okay?
What?
Our territories are indie scenes. What don't you understand about that?
What?
Yeah, we have the territories, guys. It's just simply support local wrestling. You don't, though, okay? What was the last indie show you went to, Steven?
Good question.
Joe
Good
Asian on
question,
Spring
dude.
Break?
Is that really indie though?
No,
Is
it's not.
Is it really an indie show? I mean, like when I think about indie show, I think about the high school gym. You know, with
River City
hot
Wrestling,
dogs,
baby.
handshakes, and them talking to the crowd during headlocks and making
Hell
jokes.
Hell yeah. Steven, someone who I wish wouldn't have talked to the crowd this week is Saraya. She is in AEW this week. Or in AEW now, rather. Doing that coke with Tony Khan. Let's go. We love to see it. And did you see the segment she had on Rampage? Everyone's been shitting on it.
Nah. I don't watch it in AEW or WWE.
Well, I checked it out because everyone was like, this is the worst segment in AEW history.
Is it because she's a woman?
No, it's because the segment was bad.
Okay.
And so basically she came out and she was like, I left WWE and because I'm in control, and let's bring out all the ladies. I'm going to change this women's division. Let's bring out all the ladies. But there was a hurricane, Steven. So like only 5 like good guy female wrestlers showed up. So when they said, let's bring out the female locker room, it was Willow Nightingale, Serena Deeb, Toni Storm, and Sky Blue. This was the women's division.
Wow.
And they all came out and they
pretty accurate to like the actual women's division.
I mean, kind of. But Toni Storm is the champion, okay? And Saraya's like, this is the next generation. This is, I don't know why she's Irish now. This is who we're putting our division behind. This is women's wrestling. And she says, Tony, you're a young up-and-comer. Why don't you get over here? And she like raises her hand. And then Britt Baker comes out and she's like, oh, Paige, this is my division. I've been here since day one. And guess what? My neck didn't break. And then Paige is like, oh yeah? Well, my name doesn't rhyme with shit. And then...
Wow. That's great, bro.
That was it. You know? That was the segment.
Wait, was that it? Is that how it ended?
Essentially. Yeah, she was like, haha, your name's like poop. And then...
You're Brit, more like shit. Am I right, guys?
She was thinking she was gonna have her shit man Bret Fart line there, Steven. And that wasn't it. That wasn't it. She is no Stone Cold, unfortunately.
I thought she was like really good at promos.
The thing is, what's so sad is that this woman, she hasn't wrestled since like 2015 or some shit, right? 2016.
Yeah.
And so she has had the past 6 years, no wrestling, just being a broadcaster, just to hone her skills talking on a microphone, right? Mm-hmm. And it didn't pay off. It is so sad.
Unfortunate.
You know? It is, I don't want to shit cam Paige, right? Like, cool, she's back. But, damn, it wasn't, I don't want to say it's the worst segment ever, because, like, there have been way worse, but it was not good, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, how do you feel about Paige?
Who's the other girl that people don't like on AEW promo-wise?
Britt Baker?
No,
People always shit on Britt.
The UFC one.
Paige Van Zandt?
Yeah, that one was it.
Oh.
She the one that got
I don't
shit
even know
on?
she's cut a promo before.
You know, like, Brandy made a promo once where it's like, black belt? Ha! I'm a black bitch. Something like that. It's like, okay, Brandy. I can't wait for that fucking segment of Aleister Black or whatever. Malachi Black. No, House of Black? Ha! You guys never met the black bitch.
Very cool, man. I think of the segment where Brandy debuted the Nightmare Family, and the big reveal was Dr. Luther coming out from under the ring. Like, that was the... And then in the moment, I was like, is that Konnan? And then they showed his face, and it was
Holy
like
shit, Konnan. I mean, how do people watch, like, AEW shows? Like, they don't know the character is debuting. What do you do in that situation, you know?
Dude, I don't know. But also, like, Who the fuck knew who Dr. Luther was before AEW?
Me? Okay, he was supposed to be part of the Brood. All right, fuck you.
No, you make a good point. You bring up a great point, Steven. I'm sorry. Well, Steven, I have some incredible news in the world of pro
Maybe
wrestling.
he's a doctor that cleared Paige, man. Maybe.
Dr. Luther. The thing is, she's not even cleared. She can't even get physical yet. It's so fucked up.
Why? They're just waiting for her to like
I think so.
get it cleared and then break her neck
think
again.
so. But listen, this
Yeah.
is maybe going to be peak Following Lucha, Steven, because I have a segment for you. Okay?
Good.
WWE made a little pit stop in San Antonio this week to promote the Royal Rumble. Okay?
What? I could have done that. I could have been there.
And you know who they sent to do like the little press tour?
Is it Ricochet?
I fucking wish.
Well, it means
I
in
would've driven
Florida, so
down.
probably not. You know?
Steven, if it were Ricochet, I would have driven down because when they do press WWE, they always go to my dad's job because my dad works for a news station.
It's like CW or like.
It's KABB,
Fox.
so the Fox station,
KB.
yeah, the local
Okay,
Fox
okay, yeah, yeah.
affiliate. And so, like, I met Sheamus there one time, and he signed my action figures, and he put 2
Nice.
JC on them. I know, it was so nice of him. And but
That's
but
what it means you can't resell it, you know? You put 2 JC.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It was not Ricochet, sadly, but who was in San Antonio at the news station was Drew McIntyre.
What? I could have met Drew McIntyre?
You could. My dad did. My dad talked with him in the green room, and basically,
Was he shirtless?
He had a suit on. I hate them.
Dude, if he was shirtless, dude, I'd be like fucking crazy. Like, imagine seeing a shirtless Drew next to you. That guy's fucking huge, you know? He's a Greek god. It's insane.
Oh my god.
I would love that.
But Steven, he was on the morning segment, okay? And they were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Drew, you need to come back later this afternoon, because we're gonna be having some breakfast tacos." And then Drew was like, "Yeah, I'll stick around."
Did he?
And so then Drew McIntyre, like 3 hours later, was on a segment with them eating breakfast tacos.
What the fuck was
Yeah.
he doing for 3 hours? What was he doing for 3 hours there?
And so he was like, they were just like awkwardly like handing him a breakfast taco, and they made him wait forever before he could eat it. And then they were like wanting this big reaction because, you know, San Antonio breakfast tacos, that's our one
Yeah.
personality trait.
That
And
or
then they were like-
tamales.
They were looking at him like, "Drew, what do you think? How is our tortilla with egg?" And then
Holy shit.
Drew
This is the
looked at
best thing
them.
ever, dude.
Drew looked at them and was like, "It's good." That was it. That was his reaction. The poor dude. The dude is so charismatic. He's so funny. All he could give them was, "It's good." Because they didn't give him a good breakfast taco, I don't think, Steven.
Tortillas of eggs and sausage.
Damn it. Also, when he was on and eating the breakfast taco, he said that he was the White Rabbit. Which, I don't
is
know
the
if
White
that's
Rabbit?
canon. Yeah.
Is that how you leak it? Is this Falling Lucha Scoop exclusive? Drew McIntyre is the White Rabbit. Dude,
So
Falling
random.
Scoop right here, guys. Drew McIntyre is the White Rabbit.
Yo,
Let's
this
go.
Is huge. This is huge. Shout out to Ernie at Fox San Antonio for getting that scoop for us.
It was awesome, dude. This is
Go.
awesome.
Steven, we're
yeah.
gonna be stars. We broke the San Antonio news for the Royal Rumble. We broke the White Rabbit news. We broke the Randy Orton saying the N-word news. You know, we are on top of this. We are on top of this.
Nerd emoji. Boom. Your point disproven, dude.
Let's go.
Right,
Steven, do you
get
remember
wrecked.
last year we drove through Atlanta when there was a WWE pay-per-view happening that
Oh yeah,
night?
that happened.
Do you remember what that pay-per-view was called?
Was it fucking? What was it again?
It was
Yeah.
called Day One. It was the one where Roman
Oh,
was supposed
yeah,
to fight
that
Brock,
one.
but then Roman got
The,
COVID,
the
right?
New Year one, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because it was on January 1st. That was like our New Year's trip, right?
That's when we passed
so-
by. We took a picture with the Roman Reigns sign, and then we
did.
said, "There's no way Brock wins this match, right?" And then he
Well,
wins the match.
Well, kind of, in a very roundabout way. He
Yeah.
wins Big E's title from him, which kind of counts.
Pretty cool.
But Steven, listen. That event took place on January 1st and that's really cool, I think, right? Like, we're gonna have an event every year called Day One on January 1st, and
Kind of hard to do.
the thing is, in 2023,
Yeah.
it may not be on January 1st. Day
Is
One
it on a Monday?
They don't know
January
yet,
1st
but they
on a
said it
Tuesday?
probably won't be January 1st, which is like, why the fuck, guys?
Well,
what are
I
we
mean,
doing?
They only got like 2 days to do pay-per-views out, you know? They got Saturday and Sunday. They can't do it on Monday.
No, you can do a live event. Do like a special live event. It's day 1. If it's not day 1, what the fuck are we doing?
Day 2,
I don't want
baby.
a day 3 pay-per-view, man.
Day 2, baby.
God.
You know what I learned the other day?
What?
About like the Usos finisher? Called the D1.
Yo?
Did you know that?
I didn't.
Did you
what
know
is
that?
D1?
It's like the ones that
Like a
like
division in basketball or something?
carry them and they just flop.
Like Division 1, like D1 basketball?
Like day 1-ish. I guess that's their gimmick, you know?
Oh shit! I forgot
Yeah.
about day 1-ish. I used to have a shirt that said day 1-ish, and then it said,
Why?
"Welcome to the Usos." Because I told myself, Steven, the first time the Usos went on SmackDown, and they said, "It's not paranoia, it's the Usos." I said to myself, "That's the stupidest fucking line I ever heard in my life. If they ever put that on a T-shirt, I'm buying it." A week later, they put it on a T-shirt. So I have a T-shirt that says, "It's not paranoia, it's the Usos, day 1-ish." It's all text, and it looks horrible. I'll have to get it. I have it. It's at home in San Antonio. I'll have to get it. I'll have to get it. I know. Also, Steven, did you see the trailer for Black Adam came out?
Nope.
Are you excited about it?
It's gonna be really mid, you know? I'm not.
Why?
I don't know. It just looks mid.
I've talked to 2 like real comic and superhero fans in the past week. You being one of them.
Oh, okay.
Both of them are not excited about Black Adam, but it's the one superhero movie I've been excited about since like X-Men Origins Wolverine. You know?
It's because it's The Rock.
Yeah, and apparently The Rock's been campaigning for this movie since 2007, which is like
they're both
good for him. You know, that's pretty badass.
Good for Rocky.
Like, what is Black Adam?
He's like Shazam, but he's an older dude. And he's like...
You're not excited about this. You don't give a fuck about this.
So Black Adam was like some really old king dude, right? He's like, he gets the power of Shazam. He's like, shit, I'm really fucking old now. I'm gonna turn to Black Adam. And if he ever turns back, he'll just fucking crumple. Because he's really old.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I was told by my other friend that he's a bad guy. Is that true?
Like an anti-hero now?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which doesn't really mean much, you know?
You sound so unenthused. You don't give a fuck about The Rock.
Dude, I don't fucking care about Shazam, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
That's so sad. Do you care about Michael Cole?
Yes.
Good. I hope you do. Because Michael Cole has a little bit more leeway now on television, Steven. Ever since we got that Vince McMahon out of here, okay? Some changes have been happening. And one of those changes is that Michael Cole will be allowed to call Sheamus versus Gunther from Saudi Arabia. He'll be able to call that show. Or no, not from Saudi Arabia. From the UK.
Money
Same
show.
difference, you know? Yeah. Blood Money show in the UK and Wales. Michael Cole will be able to call that match of the year.
What?
A previously banned phrase because Dave Meltzer used it. Which is kind of fucking crazy. It's not fair.
I thought they did say match of the year.
They're not allowed to. Well, I guess they are now. Michael Cole
are they
can
not?
say it
Wait,
again.
is it match of the year or just match of the year according to Dave Meltzer?
No. You can't say match of the year because it's a phrase Dave Meltzer uses. But now
I thought you meant like because they said on WON or whatever, and they don't want to like reference.
Well, yeah, they have like an official match of the year every year in the awards. You know, the WON awards.
Who cares about those?
I don't know. I just know
You
the
care about
acronym
them?
MOTY. Because I mean, I look at them. Yeah, I don't care about them though.
I don't even look at them, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
Damn. I always look at the book section. I want to know what the best book is in a given year.
What's the book?
This year it's gonna be Brian Gerwitz, I think. That is my pick. I still need to read it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm just assuming.
Good pick.
Thank you.
You should read the Brodus book or the Titus book. No.
Titus?
Brodus Clay.
I will read a Titus book. I wouldn't read a Brodus book.
Brodus Clay?
Yeah, I'd read Titus O'Neil. Does he have a book?
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil has a book.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if he has a book or not.
Whatever.
Probably really
Steven,
interesting too, because like his apparently shadow looks fucked up. That Titus
Michael
O'Neil
Cole?
guy.
Titus O'Neil. Okay.
Yeah.
Steven, listen. One man who I think does have a book, and I could be wrong, is Freddie Prinze Jr. Okay, this
What?
man looking to start his own company, played Freddy in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies, married Daphne in real life. That guy, you know? He was telling a story on one of his podcasts the other day that he went to dinner with MJF a few weeks ago, you know?
Wow.
And he was saying that MJF, he's in real good shape now. You know, you see him, he's all jacked to the gills, you know? He's
been gone for a bit, you know? Like, him
good.
Jacked.
Yeah.
Like most of the AEW roster.
And apparently when he's out in public, people notice how jacked he is. He is, you know, the focal point of a lot of ladies' attention, Steven. And so when they were at this restaurant, a couple of girls who Freddie Prinze believes were intoxicated were all up on MJF, you know?
Wow.
And then apparently they were just being very annoying, very drunk, very annoying. And they asked for MJF to pay for their food. And apparently MJF got very annoyed at that point. He looked at them and he said, I could buy your food. I could buy food for everyone else in this restaurant too if I wanted to. In fact, I think I will, but I'm not going to buy your food. And then Freddie Prinze Jr. apparently really liked this. He said, oh my gosh, MJF
line,
is
actually.
in character.
That's pretty in character line, yeah.
And then the girls asked him, what are you doing later tonight? And he said, not you. And then they went away.
Oh my goodness.
They should have
known.
known.
Wife,
he has a fiance. Oh my, no, he has a fiance. You liar. But shout out to
How do you do that? How do you
Freddie Prinze Jr.
caress and harass a dude, and then say, yeah, you should also pay for my dinner?
It's kind of fucked up. I mean, also, we're getting one end of the story. I imagine all 4 people involved probably had drinks in them. We don't know, Steven.
Yeah.
We don't know. But maybe Freddie Prinze Jr. is sober. I don't know, actually. I could see that being the case. MJF.
And MJF
definitely
even
doesn't
drink?
No, I doubt
And he drink?
that.
He's too jacked to drink, I feel like, you know?
I feel like all those people kind of like in our age range that are wrestling fans are nerds and like straight edge because of CM Punk, you know?
No.
Or am I just projecting?
You're just projecting, dude. I saw a video of Matt Riddle fucking dunking. That was sick. Okay.
Dunking?
Yeah, some beers, dude. It was crazy.
I thought you meant the basketball, Steven.
I mean, I also probably seen a video of that one time. I don't know if I did or not. Him dunking a basketball.
I saw him fail at blocking a hockey puck. You know, that was cool. yeah.
That was sick. Yeah.
Well, Steven, do you think... Okay, listen. I have a question, like a legitimate question. You know all the Andrade stuff where he's been on his Twitter being like, oh, I'm upset. I don't want to be here. Do you think that's real?
Dude, I don't fucking know, honestly. Because, like, Buddy Matthews wants to leave too, apparently. Which is crazy. Because remember when he left the WWE, he posted a picture of, like, a slave breaking the chains from slavery. And then people said, hey, man, it's not the same thing.
I saw the tweet that said, when Buddy Murphy goes back to WWE, is he going to post a video of him entering a jail cell? Which is very funny, very funny. But Andrade put on his Twitter this week, he used the hashtag Free El Idolo, which is like, that feels so on the nose at this point, you know? Like, I feel like he's pushing it too hard, where like, it's probably story at this point, right?
I think it always starts off not a story and then becomes a story when Tony's like, hey man, let me give you some money, dude.
That's fair.
It's like,
that's
thank
fair.
you. That's what I wanted.
But he doesn't want money. Andrade wants the recognition, you know? He wants to be on TV every week, I think.
That's fair.
But also, can we talk about... I know we're in the moment, like, of the story actively happening, but I feel like in the context of wrestling history, this period is going to be one of the funniest ever, where Triple H, like, acquires creative control of the company immediately after all of his boys leave, you know? Like, that is just so fucked up. It's so incredible. Like, it's... Jesus Christ. And then also...
Can't wait.
We have multiple stories like that happening. And the fact that CM Punk single-handedly destroyed AEW, like, guys, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Did you see that AEW had taken off of TV in, like, 5 different countries?
What?
Yeah, Warner pulled it from, like, 5 South American countries this week.
I mean, it's Warner, right? I think.
Yeah. And then, what's it called? Someone asked Dave Meltzer and was like, what are the
Dave, the
implications of
professional
this?
TV guy.
Are they going to be okay? Like, what does this mean? And then Dave Meltzer responded, and he was like, well, it's not good news for them. Which I was like, oh shit, Dave's being critical. Let's go.
What happened, man? What happened?
And then also, apparently, Dave spent like an hour on his show. I love how we're just we have a Dave Meltzer segment. This is fun.
I
he
hate
had an
this.
hour
This is the
on
worst
his
for
show
me.
where he was talking about ticket sales, and apparently AEW's ticket sales have been going down like horribly.
Dang,
Well,
who
WWE's
shit is like T from AEW?
I know, right? Well, you know
my
what it
gosh.
is? It's really obvious, Steven.
Please don't pay him.
The Young Bucks don't like AEW anymore. Who do you think was talking to Dave? You know? But no, but the ticket sales stuff, apparently WWE's are going up while theirs go down. And so some fan was like, well, actually, it's probably the inflation. So most people aren't going to wrestling shows
It's the
anymore.
recession, guys, you know? It's still affecting us.
Literally, recession was in the tweet. And then Dave Meltzer responded and was like,
No way.
this could be valid if WWE was also going down, but they're not. So Dave is a ardent WWE supporter now. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
Okay? He just loves Triple H, okay? And I get it. I do too.
Fair. I do too,
So,
man.
I'm on Dave's side. Team Dave, all the way.
I love Dave.
Steven, this is Dave's time. He realized his methods for the past
Switching
haven't been
teams?
working. He's become number 2 in wrestling journalism to Sean Ross Sapp. He's got to take back over the throne, you know? And the only
Gotta
way to
kiss
do
up.
that is to, he's gotta
You gotta kiss up,
he's gotta
baby.
go anti-AEW. You gotta.
Is that the thing? It's like gonna be the thing. There's anti-AEW people now.
I mean,
gonna
it's always
happen.
been a thing, you know? It's always been a thing.
But that's gonna be the main thing now on the internet.
I don't know. I got a neighbor who's an anti-AEW guy, you know?
It's fair.
It's not
I
just
used to
the
get
internet.
TikToks of a guy on our For You page, like, number 15 reasons why I watch WWE and never AEW. They have better stock prices.
Well,
Which is
I
awesome.
don't know if you know, Steven, AEW doesn't have any stock prices.
I know, it's kind of crazy, right?
Okay.
Speaking of stocks, probably WWE has like really good stocks right now. You're kind of missing out by not buying stocks.
No.
I know.
I'll wait till the next scandal and then I'll invest, okay?
You should have bought it when Vince got fucking fired, dude. That was
The
time,
thing is, they
dude.
didn't go down. Like, it went
Did it
up, like,
not?
immediately afterwards.
It went
Yeah.
up after he fired Vince?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, Steven. Big
Quarter.
news.
Yeah.
You know whose stock I'm paying attention to?
Who?
Fandango.
Oh,
Because-
what's Fandango doing?
He did an interview and he revealed that way back in the day, or like around the period of wrestling that we're watching a little bit before in 2015,
Yeah.
he was supposed to win the Intercontinental Championship, okay? Which eluded
who?
him his entire career, but he was like
From
booked to
who?
win it. I don't quite know from who, but I just know he was booked to win it, you know?
Yeah.
And he said that unfortunately what happened is he had a match with the Great Khali, and like 2 weeks before he was supposed to win, the Great Khali concussed him severely. And then he decided he didn't want to tell anyone that he had a concussion. And so he was just like, it's fine, you know, it's just whatever. I'm going to win the belt in a week, so it'll be whatever. I just have to push through it. Didn't
Worth
tell
it.
anyone. And then next week, he fought Zack Ryder on SmackDown. And 5 seconds into the match, Zack Ryder hit him with let me find the exact move, Steven.
A flying broski.
A shoulder tackle. Just a shoulder tackle.
Just a-
And Fandango was knocked unconscious and from a shoulder tackle.
That's the worst. I mean,
Zack
it happens
Ryder-
in the NFL too, you know. So like,
It does. Zack Ryder had to
pretty
carry
fair.
him through the rest of the match with like a half there, half not Fandango. Fandango got backstage and they asked him, Fandango, what can you remember? What to you? What just happened in your head? And he said,
Yeah.
I just got fucked up by the Great Khali.
holy shit! Oh my
That was
God.
7 days ago, okay?
Holy fuck, dude!
And then Triple H came into the room and was like, Fandango, what happened? No, you just fought Zack Ryder. And then Fandango's like, oh shit, yeah. I got a concussion last week. I didn't tell you guys. And then they cut his push right there. He did not win the title. They were like, you
Damn.
should have told us you had a concussion.
That's fair. That's very fair from the company.
I also love that Fandango stooged himself off. It wasn't like someone else revealed it. It was him. It was just fucking loopy and he showed it. That's so sad. Fuck the Great Khali, honestly. I don't mean that.
I got fucked up by Zack Ryder's tackle, dude. You know.
It's so
Unfortunate.
sad. I miss Fandango so much. Like, unironically, I miss Fandango.
I don't know. I really hope like him and Tyler Breeze take over the Maximum Male models. 'Cause
Well, Steven, you saw the
apparently
news,
Max
right?
Dupri left, which I don't like to be
Yeah.
honest. Like I'm not a fan. I like the maximum male models a lot, man. I'm really sad.
I
about
love the
this.
maximum male models, but I think this works because the maximum male models can still exist. Now with Maxine, we give more attention to Marseille and Mansois, and
all we want, baby.
We're gonna have Mr. Eli Drake, okay? Which apparently people like. I always thought it was lame as shit.
What's his role gonna
be?
There's so many people on TV now, you know?
Oh, well, not on SmackDown.
Where's it gonna be placed on? Like
SmackDown apparently doesn't have like anyone, man.
Really? I think they Killer Cross. Is he number 2 right now? The heel, yeah.
I don't watch wrestling. You think Eli Drake will be a heel?
I think he's better as a heel, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you like that he ended the segment by saying yeah? Do you like that?
Yeah.
Scene? Yeah.
Very happy.
Good.
I'm so happy. I remembered back when people shit on his name, LA Knight, and then he changes it to like Max Dupri, and people were like, "No, LA Knight was such a great name, guys." Okay.
That did happen, and it's fucked up because LA Knight was never a good name. It's still not.
Max Dupri is the better name.
Please just let him be Eli Drake. For the love of God, let him be.
He's been like 3 times.
This is fucked up. He's just gonna have a career like Bobby Roode. He'll get like a U.S. title push, and then he'll be in a tag team with Dolph Ziggler for 2 years. You know, that's what this is.
Actually, I think they're still a tag team.
The Dirty Dogs are still a tag team.
They're still a tag team. Yeah.
Shit. Damn. Okay.
I don't know. I don't think like he's gonna get like a fucking title run. You know. Probably
maybe
get like one US title run.
I could see US.
Or Intercontinental maybe.
No, I don't see him beating Walter. He's not beating Walter.
Well, I think Shane's gonna beat Walter, right? Like it's gotta happen, right? Like it's gotta happen, because Shane's hasn't won the IC title yet, right? And they want to like push that narrative.
Walter challenge Roman for the title, and that be his first loss. You know. But
holy shit! You're
have him lose
fucking do Walter
Roman.
versus Roman like 2 months in his run. That's crazy,
He's been there
dude.
Since we started the podcast, man. He's been there since like WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh, he's been there forever.
Like 6 months now. 6 months.
Did the crowd react to him?
Walter?
Yeah. The crowd's like react to like Walter? I don't know.
He's gonna have a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match at the pay-per-view next weekend.
What does that mean?
No fucking clue.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you think it means?
I like the one Jeff Hardy match where he suggested where the rings spin around, but it can like get faster and faster and then stop all of a sudden. It's like, okay, Jeff. Okay, man. I also like Beyblades, dude, you know? It's pretty cool.
He put no thought into that. What does he think happens when the ring stops? Does he not think they're gonna go flying out? Like, what? What good comes from this? We're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars, so many thousands of dollars making this ring for one match that will go down as one of the worst matches of all time. That's what would happen.
Like, is it like a sudden stop, or is it like a gradual stop? Because like, there's no way that ring can just stop like fucking like a trigger, you know? There's no way.
Is this like War Games?
What?
Is this like War Games? Where like it's set up the entire time, like the entire night we have a Beyblade in the arena, but like people are wrestling regular matches just on a Beyblade, because that'd be fucked up, you know?
That'd be awesome. What cool spots can you do in this match? Oh, you fucking spin around so you go away from the fucking camera view? Like, I don't get it.
I love Jeff Hardy. He's such a sweet soul, this Jeff Hardy.
Imagine like fucking up your spot because you miss the fucking jump because the ring spun too quickly. Fucking ricocheting
You're trying to play the hard cam. Trying to play the hard cam as it's spinning in a full circle.
Imagine being the cameraman for that match, dude. Just fucking walk around the entire time just trying to follow the ring. It'd be awful.
No.
Oh, speaking of cameramen, did you see there's a spot, I think on SmackDown, I think, or fucking Raw, I don't know. It was like a triple threat between like the Alpha Academy and like Kevin Owens and stuff, right? And friends. They all did like 3 spots that were like different. Like I think it was like a stunner on the table and 2 other finishers. I don't know what Gargano's finisher is, to be honest.
The Gargano escape.
Oh. Well, the cameraman didn't catch it.
Oh.
That they just, none of these spots they caught. Unfortunate.
That's sad. That's a little unfortunate, Steven. I'm sorry about it. Did it upset you that you missed the spots, that you didn't get to see them?
Yeah. I don't know. How do you feel about those people like who fucking keep track of like every camera cut? I feel like I don't really care about camera cuts as much.
I do. They're annoying.
Some people.
You don't need them. Yeah, like it's not like like you're being hypercritical. It's like no, it makes watching it bad. Like I don't like it.
You like just hard one cam? Is that what you're fan of?
I like well-timed camera switches, not camera switches to have because the idea behind why so many, because like this is it's very common sense, and like I guess sports do it, is like they're trying to keep people's attention, so they figure it makes it feel more fast-paced if there are a lot of camera cuts. But that's true, it helps with pacing when the cuts make sense, right? But if you're just doing cut to keep people's attention, it's disorienting, you know?
Wow. Maybe just get better eyesight, dude.
Sorry, bro.
You know?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I keep my contacts in for 2 months when I'm supposed to keep them in for 1 month. I'm fucking it up.
Ew,
I'm sorry.
Disgusting, dude.
I apologize.
Aleister Black, like, apparently he's staying in AEW. They didn't fire him.
Give a shit, Steven. Did you see Daniel Cormier is going to be in WWE?
What?
Yeah. He's going to be the referee for Riddle versus Rollins.
Oh my gosh.
In a pit fight.
What's a pit fight?
I don't know. Extreme Rules this year is going to be crazy, man.
I like how they made Extreme Rules like a Halloween themed pay-per-view.
I do too. I like the old branding though, where it was like white and red, and
You know, like the extreme colors.
No, the neon green doesn't do it for me. You know,
Spooky colors.
Yeah, I don't think I'm feeling it. I don't think I'm.
I liked when they
feeling it.
scraped Rey Mysterio's eye out from the stairs.
That was good. That was very good. I do appreciate that. It wasn't Extreme Rules horror show, but or the horror show at Extreme Rules, but months beforehand when they did that zombie promotion, I enjoyed that match with Damian
That
Priest
was
and
sick.
The Miz.
People shitting on that match. I fucking loved it, dude. Okay.
Yeah, go back and watch that. It was actually like a banger. If you like, you pay attention to the actual like, in-ring action. It was like a lot of people just like, oh, zombies. No, that was our match. Okay.
Zombies were the cherry on the top, dude. Okay.
That was extra. Okay.
What match could they do next with the Miz? What movie's coming out? What movie?
Well, Steven, are you aware? This is like I actually don't like this. Like I'm actually not. Like,
What?
I love both people involved. I love Dexter Lumis. I love The Miz, but they're doing a full-on storyline right now where like the clear implication, like it's not even implication. It's like it's out right there. It's the story.
He's just kidnapping The Miz, right?
He kidnapped and raped The Miz.
I don't think
Like,
it's the
there's
other
clear
part. I think he
like
just
they keep
stalks The
referencing
Miz.
him fucking him in the ass. No, they
I don't
keep
think that's a
referencing
thing.
it. It's
I don't think that's a
true.
thing.
You don't watch.
I
You
don't think that's a
watch.
thing. I don't
Think
think they
about
can
it.
do that.
Think
No.
about who's in charge.
I don't think they could.
Think about Triple H's sense of humor.
I don't think so, man.
Think about Triple H's. Steven,
I don't
go
know.
watch
Vince
those
didn't-
segments.
Vince doesn't do that, you know? And Vince is the one who
Think
started
about
this
those segments.
storyline.
Think about
I
those
don't-
segments.
I don't know. Because in NXT, when Dexter Lumis kidnapped Austin Theory from The Way, Austin Theory said they played
The
board
Way?
games all day.
Wow.
What a name of a fucking team, man. The Way.
That's
What a
so
banger
fucked.
team.
That is so fucked. But no,
anyways.
it's a clear implication, because the Miz always the Miz already has like his little like dick fixation and stuff, so it's already
I
like.
don't think so, dude. I don't
Yeah.
think so. I do like the story though. I think it's pretty nice. I think Dexter Lumis was like the best return too. Like crowd wise, like he always gets a reaction. Fuck everyone else.
In the entire company, even the tribal chief.
No, I mean like of all like the returns from NXT.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because no one
fuck
fucking
Karrion Kross.
cheers for No one cheers for Karrion Kross,
No.
dude.
What about Dakota Kai? I like Dakota.
People cheer for Bailey.
Damn. Well, Steven, yeah, no, Daniel Cormier is gonna be a referee. I don't know why, but that's cool, I guess.
It's like Jeff Jarrett, randomly.
Yeah, you think so?
Remember that? Yeah.
Not really. Was that for like Street Profits or something?
I think it was Street Profits versus like the Usos.
It was that match. We had
Nick
some
Wyatt.
bit on this podcast where like Jeff Jarrett was like an Uso or some shit, didn't we?
I
I don't really
Jeff
remember.
Jarrett. Hey, Us, remember your failed promotion? I don't talk about that, man.
This is so sad. Well, he's bringing it back. Don't worry. GFW is in the
Thank
works.
Goodness.
Let's go.
That was his reason.
Then I got
for
one last
coming
story.
back.
One last story, Steven.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins did an interview with Ariel Helwani. I love Ariel Helwani, okay?
I don't know what that is.
He's an MMA journalist. He has the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani. He went to Syracuse University. We used to broadcast on the same radio station.
Wow.
You don't know who Ariel Helwani is?
No, I don't care about
You would
journalism.
so recognize him. He's like kind of bald, like Middle Eastern looking.
There's a lot of Middle Eastern bald men, dude.
Who broadcast MMA?
I don't know. I don't watch MMA.
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
I
Either
watch
way,
fake wrestling, not real one.
he did an interview with Seth, and at one point the topic of conversation turned to Bray Wyatt, you know?
Huh.
And Ariel was like, hey, your storyline with Bray gets a lot of shit, you know? Like, is that something you wish you could redo, or like you're looking forward like maybe having another chance to have like a storyline with Bray with Windham? And Seth was like, I don't really want to have another story with him, but like I guess we could. And then he's just, and I took down this actual quote from the interview, okay? It says, if you look at anyone that worked with the Bray Wyatt character for an extended period of time, they didn't come out of it better than they went in.
What? Finn
That's
Balor?
what Seth
Excuse
said
you?
about... Oh yeah, Finn. No,
Yeah.
true. Like, he's not wrong, Seth Rollins, but like, it's weird if Bray is coming back that you would just say that, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, man. Bray's such a weird situation because like I don't really care about Bray. If he comes back,
Bray.
it's cool. If he doesn't come back, it's cool. I don't really care either way.
I love Bray because I will go back and watch his old promos from like when the Wyatt family
NXT?
started. No.
His NXT promos? I watched that.
My daddy was a shrimping boat. That was his NXT promo. That was an awesome promo. But no, I like his promos.
It's a lie.
His
daddy was a
wasn't
tax
shrimping
man.
boat? No.
I know.
That's so sad. But no, his promos give me chills still, which is so silly. But I was like a little kid, and so they still do. And I love Bray. But you fucking hate him, and that's fine. It's
Fuck
whatever.
him. I
Fuck
don't know.
you.
People on TikTok, my For You page, are like, hey guys, can we shut up about the White Rabbit? Because like, fuck you guys for trying to like have interest in this
Fuck
topic.
you guys for being interested
alright?
in the story. Fuck you guys for being
Okay.
interested.
Okay. Just like, why you guys have to be interested in everything, man? You're like, it's like, well, I don't know why they're like shitting on people like trying to like make theories, you know? Like,
I honestly don't get the interest. It's so obvious it's Bray. Like it.
see, you say that, it's fucking like Kyle O'Reilly, dude. All right.
If it's
That's
Kyle
ins-
O'Reilly, Steven, I will drink my own piss on this podcast if it's Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle
okay?
O'Reilly,
you can
guys.
hold me to it.
Kyle O'Reilly.
You think so? I
Yeah.
hope if it's Bobby Fish, I will also drink my own piss. To be clear.
Just do the Undisputed Era. Fuck the other two.
Hell yeah. But listen. It is gonna be
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt. Every indication is it's Bray Wyatt. I won't hear anything otherwise. If you were speculating otherwise, you are kind of an idiot.
Luke Harper.
You know? Yeah, that's probably it, man. You're right.
It's coming back, baby. Mr.
Did you
Redbeard.
see that they're having a match on the anniversary of Brody Lee's last match? And it's between 10 from the Dark Order and Andrade. If Andrade loses, he's fired from AEW. If 10 loses, he loses his mask that Brody gave him. So, what the fuck? What?
What the fuck is
like-
losing?
I don't know, man.
What's the storyline here?
I don't know. It could go either way. So good on Tony for
Fuck?
booking it, man.
They're
I
both
don't-
gonna lose, dude.
double
That's-
count
that's-
out. Oh shit.
Be fucking time limit draw.
Let's go.
Is that it for today then?
That's it for my current events, Steven. Do you have anything that you prepared or no?
No, I have a school project, like group project meeting, and like right now.
Right now? Okay, Steven, we're going to wrap up, okay? Thank you guys for joining
Yeah.
us for Following Lucha. You can find us at Following Lucha on all social media platforms. Leave a rating, leave a review, go onto all the platforms and do that stuff. Leave a comment, a like, whatever you do. Steven, you like to plug the donations, so you can do that
What's
if you
up,
want.
guys? You can give us money if you want. It's in the description. We don't really need it, but if you want to, it'd be pretty cool, you know?
We need it.
Cool.
Donate now, and we'll be back next week. Goodbye, guys. Steven. Oh my god, my ring light just fell. What was that?